exacta, quinella, and trifecta wagering. Turn to race 5. Race 5, there'll be win, place, show, exacta, and quinella wagering. Race 5, number 7, LT Modana. Change the driver to Clifton Bell. Clifton Bell will drive number 7, LT Modana. Turn to race 6. Race 6, there'll be win, place, show, exacta, and quinella wagering. Turn to race 7. Race 7, there'll be win, place, show, exacta, quinella, and trifecta wagering. Race 7, number 4, Intoxicating Candy. Make the driver Ryan Stahl. Ryan Stahl will drive number 4, Intoxicating Candy. Number 7, Hula Ray. Change the driver to Clifton Bell. Clifton Bell will drive number 7, Hula Ray. And number 8, Gorgeous Ivory is going off Lasix this evening. Gorgeous Ivory is going off Lasix. Turn to race 8. Race 8, there'll be win, place, show, exacta, quinella, and trifecta wagering. Race 8, number 3, I'm Too Cute, has been drawn. Scratch the number 3 horse, I'm Too Cute, sick. Turn to race 9. Race 9, there'll be win, place, exacta, and quinella wagering, and that'll be the first half of a daily double along with race 10. Turn to race 10. Race 10, number 5, Catch Me Conrad. Make the driver Cameron Keena. Cameron Keena will drive number 5, Catch Me Conrad in race 10. In race 10, there'll be win, place, show, exacta, quinella, and trifecta wagering. And that'll be the second half of a daily double along with race 9. Those are the only changes and corrections that we have at this time. Race 2, we need to know which horse David Lake is driving and then who's driving the other horse. Race 2, we need to know which horse David Lake is driving and who's driving the other horse. Ladies and gentlemen, in the past year, we lost 3 gentlemen who were very instrumental in the harness racing program here at the Ottawa County Fair. First was Chris Kaiser, who was the sound man here for probably close to 50 years. And then, secondly, was Ron Baker, who was very instrumental in the track maintenance here at the Ottawa County Fair. And the third was Merlin Wang, who was very involved with the Ottawa County Harness Horses Association, raced horses himself, and later served as an associate judge. Let's have a moment of silence in honor of Chris Kaiser, Ron Baker, and Merlin Wang. For the playing of our national anthem.
The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association presents Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing is presented by the Ohio Veterinary Medical Center, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, Dublin Valley Farms, Stable.ca, and Midland Acres. Now let's go trackside for all the action.
Well, good evening and welcome to Oak Harbor, the Ottawa County Fair on the banks of the Portage River. Doug Ballinger and Matt Clark to bring you all the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association action tonight here at the Ottawa County Fair. 10 races carded tonight, Matt. We kick it off with a field of 7 in this first race. First race, 2-year-old filly trotters. First of 2 divisions, this division for $6,760. Here we're in a rain delay at the Warren County Fair at Lebanon. They are racing live at the Franklin County Fair in Hilliard. Field of 8 for the first, the 1, Sunny Sky. Drew Neal drives for Rosie Weaver, the 2-year-old bay filly by full count out of the Cantab Hall mare, Lima Sky. Making its second career start on Heartland Acres and Rosie Weaver. First career start on July 2nd at Marion, finished 4th, beaten 10 lengths. The mile 10-3, 2:12-3 for Sunny Sky. Number 2, Money Shot. Rory Moore trains, drives, and owns the bay filly by Muscle Up out of the Cash Hall mare, Rapid Cash. This the 4th start for Money Start. A little over $1,000 this year. Last 2 starts has had 2 third-place finishes. The 2, Money Shot. Number 3, Rookie Sensation. Hank Levan to drive for Bruce Walls. And Gina Bowman, the 2-year-old brown filly by full count out of the Midgeo Hall mare, Student Example. 4 starts, has a win in 2/3. Last time out, finished 2nd place. The winner at Bell Fountain, the 3, Rookie Sensation. Number 4 is Bank It. Rory Moore trains, drives, and owns. Now we will have a driver's change in either the 2 or the 4. The 2-year-old bay filly by Break the Bank. 3rd career start is yet to hit the board. Last time out at Bell Fountain, finished 4th. The mile in 8-2. Bank It trotted in 10-4. Number 5 is Peter's Fun Queen. Driver to be announced. We'll get that in the post parade. The 2-year-old bay filly by Uncle Peter out of the Victory Sam mare, TK's Karma. Kurt Massey trains, owns a partnership with Ian Massey and Timothy Meister. 3rd career start yet to hit the board for the 5, Peter's Queen. Here's Bill Peters at the post parade for the first from Oak Harbor.
Sunny Sky, owned by Heartland Acres of Wahonding, Ohio, and Rosie Weaver of Beach City, Ohio, trained by Rosie Weaver, the driver, Drew Neal. Number 2 is Money Shot, owned and trained by Rory Moore of Grafton, the driver is Ken Holliday. Number 3 is Rookie Sensation, owned by Bruce Walls of Greenville, Ohio, Gina Bullman of Westerville, Ohio, trained by Bruce Walls, the driver is Pierce Henry. Number 4 is Bank It, owned, trained, and driven by Rory Moore of Grafton, Ohio. Number 5 is Peter's Fun Queen, owned by Ian Mason and Tim Meister of Bucyrus, Ohio, Kurt Massey of Sycamore, Ohio, trained by Kurt Massey, the driver is Greg Basin. Number 6 is Dietz Lady, owned by Venier Racing of Pemberville, Ohio, John and Leanne Saunders of Castle Rock, Colorado, and Schubert Racing of Marathon, Florida, trained and driven by Dan Venier. Number 7 is Muscle Swept, owned by Watson Harness Racing of Tiffin, Ohio, trained and driven by Ryan Stahl. And number 8 is Boot Up, owned by Steve Stewart of Paris, Kentucky, D. Wright of Ridgeway, South Carolina, Kay Doherty, Jeffersonville, Indiana, and Greg Wilcoxon of Florida, trained by Chris Beaver, the driver, Clifton Bell. The horses will take 1 score and go to the gate. Mute your windows closing in 4 minutes. There's Win, Place, Show.
There you had the post parade for the first. The 6 is Dietz Lightning. Dan Venier owns, trains, and drives. Owns a partnership with Al Sanders and Schubert Racing of Florida. The 2-year-old bay filly by And Away We Go Again. out of the Train for the Future mare, Rose Run Leah. 3 starts, has found the winner's circle 1 time. That's 2 back. Was winner 11 and 4 at Marion. The 6, Deets Lightning. Number 7, Muscle Swept. Ryan Stahl trains and drives for Watson Harness of Tiffin. To obey Philippa Muscle Up out of the Valley Victor mare, Goals Long Swept. 2 starts, has a win and a second. That win coming the last time out of Bellefontaine, was a winner in 10 and 3 by a length and a half. The 7, Muscle Swept. Number 8 is Boot Up, Clifton Bell. Chris Beaver trains the 2-year-old bay Philippa Wanta Hill out of the Lucky Chucky mare. Hot Start. Owned by S. Stewart, Paris, Kentucky. D. Wright, Ridgeway, South Carolina. K. Dordery and G. Willow Vicks of Florida. 5 starts. Boot Up has a win, 3 thirds, 4,200 this year. That win come at Paulding at 2:15 and 2 back on June 11th. That's the 8, Boot Up, and that's look at the field for the first division 2-year-old filly trot for $6,760. Number 3, Rookie Sensation. There's going to be a driver's change. I believe it is Pierce Henry driving the 3, Rookie Sensation. Hank Levan slated to drive, but I think he is at the Franklin County Fair in Hilliard. So the field has completed her score for the first: Sunny Sky, Money Shot, Rookie Sensation, Bank It, Peters Fun Queen, Deets Lightning, Muscle Swept, and Boot Up. Field of 8. 2-year-old filly trotters for $6,760. They've made their turn. They'll be heading to the gate. Bill Peters will be announcing the races tonight. Paul Combs is the presiding judge. Ross starting gate, moving into position. Number 5 is Peters Fun Queen. To the gate. Gates rolling. It's post time for the first. Let's go to Bill Peters for the call of the first from the Ottawa County Fair in Oak Harbor.
The first horse away at the rail is Sunny Sky. Up in the middle of the track, second is Rookie Sensation. On the extreme outside is Deets Lighting and Muscle Swept. As they make the turn now to head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark, Dan Vinier has Deets Lighting on top by 2.5 lengths. Trotting in there second is Sunny Sky, driven by Drew Neal. Moving along third, that is Boot Up, driven by Clifton Bell. Racing in there fourth down the backside, that is Bacon, driven by Rory Moore. Going toward that quarter-mile mark with the lead, that's Deets Lighting. First quarter trotted in 31 and 2/5 seconds. Still desliding by about 4 lengths. Trotting second is Sunny Sky. Racing in their third, that's Boot Up. Fourth, that is Rookie Sensation. Racing in their fifth is Money Shot. Sixth is Muscle Swept. Seventh is Bank It. And the last horse is Peter's Spun Queen. As they race down toward the half-mile mark, that's desliding, bringing the horses down to the half. Racing in their second, that is Rookie Sensation. Racing third is Money Shot. First half trotted in 102 and 3/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over to that 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Desliding. Moving up on the outside second now is Money Shot. Racing in their third is Rookie Sensation. Fourth, it is Sunny Sky. Fifth is Boot Up. Going toward that 3/4 mile mark. That's still Desliding with the lead. Off stride second now goes Money Shot. Taking over second now is Rookie Sensation. Back trotting third, that is Money Shot. 3/4 in 134 and 4/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's Desliding by 2 lengths. Racing in there second, that is Rookie Sensation. Closing third is Money Shot. Fourth is Sunny Sky, and Boot Up is fifth. At less than an eighth of a mile to go. That's Desliding at the rail. Here comes Rookie Sensation on the right on the outside. Desliding at the rail. Rookie Sensation on the outside. It's going to be Desliding, and here they all come. Rookie Sensation up for place. Money Shot for show. A mile in 2:07.
There you have it, the 6 Deets Lightning home in 2:07, gate to wire, fractions of 31 and 2, 102 and 3, 134 and 4. Deets Lightning, the 2-year-old Bay filly by, and away we go out of the Train for the Future mare, Rose Run Leah, 2 for 4 in her young career. Deets Lightning, a $19,000 purchase at Steve Cross's Buckeye Classic sale. She's owned by Venier Racing, L. Sanders, and Schuberg Racing of Martinsville, Florida. Dan Venier trains and drives the winner, Deets Lightning. Unofficially second, the 3 Rookie Sensation. Third, the 2 Money Shot. Fourth, the 1 Sunny Sky. Ten races carded here tonight at Oak Harbor. Up next, 2-year-old filly Pace. Nice purse, $12,680. A field of 8, just one division of that 2-year-old filly Pace. This is the Ohio Fair Racing Conference action here at Oak Harbor. Matt, a gorgeous view across the way of the Portage River. Got a shot of that for our fans watching out there.
Sure do. It is. It looks nice today. As hot as it is, it'd be nice to be on a pontoon.
Have you been on the pontoon on that?
No, not on the Portage.
Not on the Portage.
Surprised there's not more traffic out there. Maybe, I don't know why there's not more people out there.
Let's go to Bill Peters, winner's circle with a 6, Deets Lightning, Dan Venier.
Into the winner's circle, one of the winners go. Coming in from Pemberville, Ohio, Castle Rock, Colorado, and Marathon, Florida, comes number 6, Deets Lightning. Owned by Venier Racing, John and Leanne Saunders, and Schuberg Racing, trained and driven to victory by Dan Venier. Big hand here for the Veniers, and Deets Lightning, the winner of race 1, the Vision Quest Trophy race.
Got an inquiry. I don't know exactly into what. Maybe just some of the breakers there.
Could be.
We're having a little trouble with the sound system that the fair is, so they're working to resolve that. There was a delay. Currently, the barn area can't hear Bill calling them out. Can't hear anything, and it's not very loud over here where we're sitting. And
no.
So it's a work in progress. They're working on it.
Paul Combs, presiding judge, confirming with his associates, possibly, extended run on a certain horse. So you have these young trotters, you will get that, especially fillies. We'll have to wait and see if there is any placing. Apparently it didn't affect the winner of the 6 Dietz Lightning, which I'm sure it didn't. It was pretty much gate to wire for Dietz Lightning. That's a lifetime mark for Dietz Lightning. Was a winner 2 back, 11-4 at Marion. Finished first, placed 7th at Bellefontaine. We were at Bellefontaine. I can't remember that placing, what that would have been about. But Dietz Lightning was a winner at Bellefontaine, but was placed 7th. Shows no breaks in that mile, so it wasn't anything for an excessive run or anything. But the winner returns $5, $4 and $2.80. Exacta $16.80. Quinella $12.20. Here's the results with Bill Peters.
Was placed 5th for interference while on a break just before the half-mile mark. Number 2, Money Shot, was 3rd. Number 3, Rookie Sensation, was 2nd. Number 4, Bank It, was 6th. Number 5, Peters Fun Queen, was 8th. Number 6, Dietz Lighting, was the winner. Number 7, Muscle Swept, was 7th. Number 8, Boot Up, finished 5th, was placed 4th. Time of the first quarter was 31 2/5. The half was in 102 3/5. The 3 quarters in 134 4/5, with a mile in 2:07. The top it should read 5:32, 6:81, 7 for the bottom. The mile in 2:07. New lifetime mark for Dietz Lighting.
Well, Dietz Lightning and Venier take the open. It's on to the second, a 2-year-old filly pace, field of 8 for $12,680. We'll be back to the Ottawa County Fair in Oak Harbor on the banks of the Portage River to take a look at all 8 in this second race.
The Ottawa County Fair is the youngest of its kind in the state of Ohio. The official record begins in 1964, but its history dates back much further. The very first fair was held in Port Clinton, almost 160 years ago. The location of the fair caused major conflict between Ottawa County towns. After 2 decades of dispute, Port Clinton and Oak Harbor decided to each hold their own independent fair. With neither seeing much success, no fair would be held in Ottawa County for the entire next century. The Ottawa County Agricultural Society was formed in the early 1960s. The organization spearheaded the reestablishment of a junior fair. It consisted of only 2 tents and a wagon pushed together to make a stage. But it was a hit. The fair grew quickly, and by 1968, the permanent fairgrounds was purchased, a racetrack was built, and harness racing was introduced the same year. The sulkies brought new excitement for spectators. Today, the Ottawa County Fair features 2 days of standardbred racing. They are a member of the Ohio Fair Racing Conference and include a leg of the Spring Haven Farm Ladies Driving Series.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference county fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Well, we're back at Oak Harbor, getting set for our second race. 2-year-old filly pace, field of 8, 1 division for $12,680. Sponsored by Ag Pro of Gitzenburg. A look at the 1 Rose Run Amy Mark Hedworth drives for James Arisman. 2-year-old bay filly was the $11,000 Buckeye Classic purchase. She'd been racing Hill out of the Western Terrier mare, Private Performance. Dr. J. Dental of Delta owns, J.W. Ruffenfact of Archbold, G.A. Roth of Archbold, and J.E. Banky of Toledo. First career start for Rose Run Amy. Had a qualifier on June 25th at Delaware, finished 6th, timed in 2:01.1. That's the one, Rose Run Amy. David Lake will drive the 2, Fear the Hammer. Trained by Steve Novak, the 2-year-old Bay Fillies by Fear the Dragon out of the Mach 3 mare, Hammer's Princess. Uncle Ronald Simons and George Hensley. First career start for the 2, Fear the Hammer. Number 3, Really, Are You Kidding Me? Dan Veneer trains and drives. 2-year-old Brown Philippa Racing Hill out of the Mach 3 mare, Brillo Camarillo. 5th start, has 3 seconds. Last time out, finished 2nd at Bell Fountain, the mile in 2:01. That's the 3, Really, Are You Kidding Me? Number 4, Our Honor Defend, Pierce Henry for Ty Bates, 2-year-old Bay Philip Lost in Time. Out of the Sun Beach Somewhere mare, Dancing on My Own. Susan Bates in partnership with Cedar Point Racing own. Our Honor Defend was an $8,000 Buckeye Classic purchase, has 5 starts, has a 2nd and a 3rd, $1,500. Last time out, made a break leaving the gate at Bell Fountain, finished 4th. The mile on 2:02.1, 6 and 2 for the 4, Our Honor Defend. Number 5, Fear the Jets, David Lake, the 2-year-old Bay Filly by Fear the Dragon out of the Jerome's Jet mare, Jet's Dream. Daryl Myjaw of Westland, Michigan owns, Steve Novak trains. 2 starts, has a win, $1,700 that win. Last start out, won by 9.5 at Marion in 2:06. The 5, Fear the Jets. Number 6, Rockin' Remy. Derek Flowers trains, drives, and owns the 2-year-old Bay Filly by the Ponderosa out of the Rock and Roll Hanover mare, Rockin' Smile. $3,500 purchase. Was a winner first time out on June 10th at Paulding. Winner by a neck in 4 and 3. That's number 6, Rockin' Remy. 7, Legendary Pressure. Derek Flowers owns, trains, and drives. Henry Trimble, the owner. 2-year-old Bay Filly by Bit of a Legend out of the Arts Place mare, Legend and Blue Chip. 3 starts, has a 3rd. That 3rd coming at Bell Fountain July 8th, just a week ago. Timed in 6 and 1, the 7, Legendary Pressure. Ed Conrad will drive number 8, Jules Said, the 2-year-old Bay Filly by Well Said out of Liz Mara mare. Jules' son, Conrad owns and trains. Last time out at Bell Fountain, finished 5th, timed in 4 and 1. Before that, was a winner back-to-back, July 2nd on June 10th at Meriden Paulding. 3 and 2 at Paulding, and 6 and 1 was a winner at Marion. That's number 8, Jules Said, and that's a look at your field for the 2nd. Matt, a nice purse, $12,680. So someone's going to go home with about $6,300, whoever wins this race.
Not a bad day at the county fair.
That would not be a bad day at the office. So you tweaked our sound from Bill maybe just a little bit?
I hope so. That was awful. Sorry to the folks at home. It's
not Bill's fault. It's just the way
the
sound. It's a different sound system here this year till they get the bugs worked out. We're waiting a post parade. Look across the way. I see 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, and we need 2 more. 6 need 2. Track's in pretty good shape. Did they score 7 wide here? Did I see? 7
Do
wide.
they go 7? Wow.
7 wide.
It is a nice wide track. It's always been fast. No one's stabled here anymore, but it's still it looks like it's in great shape.
So no horses trained here at all?
Nope. From what I understand, no, not anymore.
Final 2 are heading to the track, so we're going to have a post parade here pretty quick. Kind of warm up here in this open grandstand. Yeah. I don't believe it's as bad as it was at Bell Fountain. We got a nice breeze.
Yeah.
But we have the Portage River across the way.
Yep, it was a couple degrees cooler here by the water than it was back home, but it's warm enough that I'm not really noticing that much difference. All right.
Our starting post word for race 2. This is the 2-year-old filly pace. Going for a purse of $12,680. This is the Ag Pro of Gibsonburg Trophy Race. For 1 is Rose Run Amy. All by Dr. Jill Dennell of Delta, Ohio. Bill Rivenaugh and Gene Roth of Archbold and Jeff Banky of Toledo. Trained by Jim Airsham, the driver, Mark Hedworth. Number 2 is Fear the Hammer. All by Ronald Simons of Northville, Michigan, and George Hensley Jr. of Livonia, Michigan. Trained by Steve Novak, the driver, Drew Neal. Number 3 is Really? Are you kidding me? Owned, trained, and driven by Dan Vinier of Pemberville. Number 4 is Our Honor Defend, all by Suzanne Bates of Gibsonburg and Cedar Point Beach Racing of Fremont, trained by Ty Bates, the driver, Pierce Henry. Number 5 is Fear the Jets, all by Jerry Meisel of Westland, Michigan, trained by Steve Novak, the driver, David Lake. Number 6 is Rockin' Remy, owned, trained, and driven by Derek Flowers of Jackson, Mississippi. Number 7 is Legendary Pressure, owned by Henry Trimble of Byron, Mississippi, trained by Derek Flowers, the driver, Clifton Bell. Number 8 is Jewel Said, owned, trained, and driven by Ed Conrad of Perrysburg. Horses will take 1 score and go to the gate. Future windows closing in 4 minutes.
I understand, looking at the Facebook page, Mark Reinhardt says they're in a rain delay at Hilliard, so all you Hilliard fans who's watching there, welcome to our broadcast here at Ottawa, at Ottawa County Fair in Oak Harbor on the banks of the Portage River. A lot of action coming up. We're also racing this evening at Lebanon and Warren County Fair. They started at 4 with 17. I knew they were in a rain delay after they had a couple in. Tomorrow, Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association coverage continues at the Carroll County Fair in Carrollton, Ohio. Post time at noon. 5 races tomorrow at noon. Then the night card starts at 5 with 7 races. We're back here at Oak Harbor tomorrow night at 5 o'clock post with 11. Then it's on to Washington Courthouse, the Fayette County Fair. On Wednesday, the 17th of July, 5 o'clock post, 12 races. We're also back there Saturday the 20th with an 11 a.m. post. That's at Washington Courthouse. Also this week, the Crawford County Fair in Bucyrus. I know Matt's headed that way. Wednesday the 17th, post time at 6. Thursday the 18th, at 6 o'clock post. Saturday and Sunday at Mount Vernon, the Knox County Fair. That's a 1 o'clock post and a 6 post. Marysville, the end of the week. I guess the beginning of next week, Sunday and Monday, 11 and 11, 11 o'clock post each day. Sunday and Monday, the 21st and 22nd. Tiffin that Sunday night, the 21st at 6, Monday the 22nd at 6, so it will be a double header that day, Marysville and Tiffin. Then it's into Paynesville and Sydney that Tuesday. So things are really heating up, harness racing action here at the Ohio County Fairs. Post time favorite looks to be the 4, Our Honor Defend. 4 is 9-2. The 3, really, are you kidding me? Currently at 8-5. 8-5 on the 3. The 2, Fear the Hammer. First career start is 7-2 on the board. So right now it's the 3. Really, are you kidding me? The fan selection at 8-5. They completed their score. Field of 8 2-year-old pacers making their way to the Roth Mount starting gate. $12,000, $12,600. The winner will take home $6,300. 50% goes to the winner. The only fair circuit, I believe, is the Southern Valley Circuit that pays out at 45% to the winner. Starters called. 8 2-year-olds making their way to the gate. Rose Run Amy, Fear the Hammer, Really Are You Kidding Me? Our Honor Defend, Fear the Jets, Rockin' Remy, Legendary Pressure, and Jewel Said. Let's go to Bill Peters for the call of the 2-year-old filly pace.
Here they come. They're off and facing the first horse away is Really? Are you kidding me? Down at the rail second is Rose Run Amy. Up on the outside third is Fear of the Jets. Dropping in there fourth, that's Fear of the Hammer. Moving along fifth is Jewel Said. Dropping in sixth is Rockin' Remy. Racing in there seventh is Legendary Pressure, and the last horse is Our Honor Defense. As they head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark, Dan Vinier heads, Really? Are you kidding me? On top by 2 lengths. Racing second is Rose Run Amy, driven by Mark Edward. Moving up third on the outside is Jewel Said, driven by Ed Conrad, and also on the move is Fear of the Hammer, driven by Drew Neal. First quarter pace in 30 3/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time, Jewel Said now takes over. Dropping back second at the rail, but Really? Are you kidding me? Up on the outside third is Fear of the Hammer. Racing at the rail fourth is Rose Run Amy. Moving up on the outside fifth is Fear of the Jets. On the move sixth, it's Our Honor Defense. Past the half-mile mark. That is, Really? Are you kidding me? Regaining the lead along the rail with Jewel Said second on the outside. The first half was paced in 1 minute and 3/5 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. Jewel Said on the outside, and Really? Are you kidding me? Battling it out for first. Up on the outside third comes Fear of the Hammer. Racing at the rail fourth, that's Rose Run Amy. Moving up on the outside fifth, going down the backside is Fear of the Jets. At the rail sixth is Our Honor Defense. Seventh, that's Legendary Pressure, the last horse, Rockin' Remy. 3/4 in 1:30 3/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's Really? Are you kidding me? By 1 length. On the outside second is Fear of the Hammer. At the rail third is Rose Run Amy. Jewel Said is trying to hold on fourth. As they race for home, that's Really? Are you kidding me with the lead? On the outside second, that's Fear of the Hammer. But past the stands, it's going to be Really? Are you kidding me? Up for second is Rose Run Amy. Up for show is Fear of the Hammer. 1 mile in 2 minutes and 3/5.
2 minutes and 3/5. Dan Vinier sweeps the early double. Really? Are you kidding me? Gate to wire, 2-year-old brown filly by Racing Hill out of the Mach 3 mare, Brillo Camarillo. Vinier, Pemberville, Ohio, owns, trains, and drives this winner. It is a homebred. First career win, had 3 seconds. This is a good one, Matt. Home in 2 minutes, a well-rated mile.
Yeah, Jewel Said tried to catch him by surprise there, going to the quarter, and Dan Vinier,
and at the half, they were talking.
Yeah,
And Conrad Vinier says, "You're not getting to the top." That was my thinking.
Yeah, he kind of knew he had the best horse, and there was not going to take any chances going for that kind of money. He wanted the front, and he got it and stayed there.
So this a 2-year-old filly. Let's see if what kind of record, if that would be close to the track record. 2-year-old pacing filly, 159 3. Back in 08, Charles Peter and First to Cruise.
So folks that aren't maybe familiar with these connections, these are the same owners, trainer, and, not driver, but of Rose Run Zane, the 3-year-old colt that's been down and down the Sire Stakes.
Comes number 3. Really? Are you kidding me? Owned, trained, and driven by Dan Vinier. This is the Ag Pro of Gibsonburg Trophy race. Dan Vinier. That's really here for the Viniers, and Really? Are you kidding me?
Vinier stable firing on all cylinders right now.
They are. Dan Vinier takes the early double, back-to-back wins for Dan. That was a big one. Picked up $6,300 with that win with Really Are You Kidding Me? The 2-year-old brown filly, homebred. Dan Vinier did it all with this one. Raised it, trained it, owns it, driven it to victory in 2 minutes and 3/5. Final half in a minute, final quarter 30 seconds, 30 3, minute 3/5, 1:30 3, 2 minutes 3/5. The 1, Rose Run Amy. Mark Hedworth was second. The 2, Fear the Hammer was third. And the 8, Jewel Said 4. Let's go to Bill Peters with the official rundown.
Number 2, Fear the Hammer was third. Number 3, Really? Are you kidding me? Was the winner. Number 4, Our Honor Defend was sixth. Number 5, Fear the Jets was fifth. Number 6, Rockin' Remy was eighth. Number 7, Legendary Pracer was seventh. And number 8, Jewel Said was fourth. Time of the first quarter was 30 3/5. The half was in 1 minute and 3/5. The 3 quarters in 1:30 3/5 with a mile in 2 minutes and 3/5. From the top it should read 2, 3, 1, 6, 5, 8, 7, 4 on the bottom. The mile in 2 minutes and 3/5.
The winner, Really Are You Kidding Me? 580, 520, 240, exacta $44. Consolation on the Quinella. Matt, when Really Are You Kidding Me and Jewel Said hook up the rest of the summer, it's going to be, they're 2 great horses. Jewel Said got roughed up a little bit, hung out there. Probably it's going to be, when they draw in together, whoever draws that inside post.
Yeah, that was a tough spot for
it's a
Jewel
tough
Said
spot.
out of the 8-hole
Yes.
today, and you know, he gave her every chance. But
Earlier, looking back at Paulding, first start of the year, it was Jewel Said over Really Are You Kidding Me? So, yeah, they'll battle it out all summer long. So it's on to the 3rd Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series. 2 divisions. This is for $800. We'll be back to take a look at these lady drivers in this 3rd race, the Springhaven Farm Lady Driving Series, right after we hear from our fine sponsors.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. Volstead, Coach K. Hanover, Slay. Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K. Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner. And Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out, Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigDWeb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Doug Ballinger, Matt Clark back here at Oak Harbor, the Ottawa County Fair. 3rd race, Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series pace. This is always a big one for the fans to watch these lady drivers. Jennifer Main, Christina Johnson, Lauren Harmon, Emily Hay, Ashley Flowers. Driving in this, a field of 5. A lot of old back class. We have a $100,000 winner in the 2, Meadowbrook Lady, a $97,000 career winner in the 5, Mr. Nuttin Nice. Looking at the 1, Lady Anastasia, Jennifer Main for Karen Tasniak. This is an 8-year-old chestnut mare by a rock and roll dance out of the Blissful Hall mare, Tamika Hall. Line to be announced at Northfield Park on 7/13, but July 6th at Northfield, finished 3rd, beaten 5 1/4, timed in 57-2. That's the 1, Lady Anastasia and Jennifer Main. Christina Johnson will drive number 2, Meadowbrook Lady. This is 6-year-old bay mare by End of an Air, J.K. End of an Air, Electric Yankee out of the Lady Lakers mare. Has 1 win this year, 100,000 lifetime mark 54-1 as a 4-year-old. At Northville this year, it was a winner at Northfield Park of 158. That was its last start out on July 7th. The 3, Fix Her Makeup, Lauren Harmon for Krista Harmon. 4-year-old bound mare by J.K. Endevenair out of the Ice Coot Hanover mare. Kerosene, Christina Harmon of Jackson, Michigan owns. 11 starts, has 2 wins, 81,000 lifetime, 57-2 at Northfield Park earlier in the year for the 3. Fixer Makeup and Lauren Harmon. 4 Regan's Art, Emily Hay. Drives for Elizabeth Tolley, the 7-year-old bay goated son of Regan's, is owned by Mickley Pappas. 8 starts, has a win 2/3, 4,000 this year, 69 lifetime, 69,000 that is, 58-2 this year at Northfield Park. That's about 5 starts back on the 15th of May for the 4, Regan's Art and Emily Hay. 5, Mr. Nut and Nice, Ashley Flowers for Derek Flowers, Charles Hurst, the owner of Houston, Texas. 5-year-old bay horse, but Racine Hill has 5 starts this year, 2 seconds, 2/3, 5,400, 97,000 lifetime. Mark last year as a 4-year-old at Oak Grove of 153-1. That's the 5, Mr. Nut and Nice, and driver Ashley Flowers. Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series, first of 2 divisions. I don't know if they're still in a rain delay at Hilliard. And I knew they were in a rain delay. They had 2 in, and maybe it started raining there at the Warren County Fair in Lebanon. Tomorrow, I believe they're at Carrollton, an afternoon and night card. And we're back here tomorrow night at 5 with 11 races. Wednesday, it takes us into Washington Courthouse. Fayette County Fair, there's 12 races there. Just looking at Huff Guide, see what else is going on Wednesday. Bucyrus at Wednesday at 6. Bucyrus goes Wednesday at 6, Thursday at 6. Fayette County Fair, Washington Courthouse, 5 Wednesday, 5 o'clock start, and an 11 a.m. start on Saturday. I know the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association, they've been busy. I think Susan and Ashley Daly, they were in Lexington, Kentucky at Briarfest. That's always a big doings. Have you ever been to the Briarfest at the Kentucky Horse Park, Brett?
I have not. I've seen pictures. It looks like a pretty big deal there.
I would say a dozen to 15 years ago is when they added on to the Kentucky Horse Park the Rolodex Arena. They had the big horse show from all over. It comes there. The United States gets it every so many years. And we drove through there. A friend of mine, we was going to Keeneland that fall, and that Rolodex Arena is something to see.
I got a text from Frank. They are not. They may be racing down there at Lebanon, but we are not filming them. Our equipment did not make it through the second storm. It doesn't sound like. So we are recording them. He's trying to record them and then gonna, kind of edit it together and upload it later this evening. So that's not great. I didn't know they were calling for that much rain down in
I
Southern
didn't either.
Ohio.
Now we're calling for rain in this area tomorrow, but I don't know, how severe it would be. I know 2 years ago, I think we had got rained out on a Tuesday here, maybe. See, 2, 3, 4 out. Looking for one more horse for this ladies' pace. We'll have a post parade. Right now, it looks as though the 3 is your post time favorite. That would be Fix Your Makeup and Lauren Harmon. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. Lauren Harmon won the Ladies Driving Championship. The finals held at Delaware. It might have been last year or the year before. She was the winner.
Should be a good race. I mean, all 5 are kind of, classified or been racing in the same classes, similar. Nothing dropping out of the open, going against 5 claimers or anything, so should be a pretty good race. Jennifer Main, she does well on this circuit. She's got the rail, so I imagine she won't let anybody go too easy if she can help it. Mr. Nut and Nice has really been racing good. Doesn't have a win yet on the year, but
Emily Hay slated on to drive the 4 Riggins Art. Doesn't look like the purple and green colors of Emily across the way, so I believe we're going to have a change on the 4.
Horse lining, race printing postword for race 3. This is the first division of the Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series Pace. Going for a purse of $800. and a trophy courtesy of Joe and Friend Armafall, including $100 to the winning driver. Number 1 is Lady Anastasia, owned by DTS Racing Stable LLC of Toledo, trained by Karen Takasik. The driver is Jennifer May. Number 2 is Meadowbrook Lady, owned and trained by Jerry Tosca of Ida, Michigan. The driver Christina Johnson. Number 3 is Fix Your Makeup, owned and trained by Krista Harmon of Jackson, Michigan. The driver Lauren Harmon. Number 4 is Riggins Art, owned by Mikhail Pappas of Brownstown, Michigan, trained by Elizabeth Colley. The driver is Leslie Joyce. And number 5 is Mr. Nuttin Nice, owned by Charles Hurst Jr. of Houston, Texas, trained by Derek Flowers. The driver Ashley Flowers. Horses will take one score and go to the gate and mute.
Leslie Joyce now will drive the 4 Riggins Art. Joe and Fran Darmerfall do so much for the county fair racing in the state of Ohio. They're here tonight. We saw Joe earlier. They will present $100 to the winning lady driver. Big thanks to Joe and Fran for all they do for the sport of harness racing at the county fairs throughout the state of Ohio.
Really nice couple to talk to as well.
I had a long talk with him at Bell Fountain, how he got started in the business, and he said, I'm the kind of guy to ask a lot of questions. He said, I settled on the Levan stable. I like the way they do things. And he had nothing but great things to say about Hank Levan and crew, how hard of workers they are, and just how organized they are.
They'd have to be the way they operate that stable. I mean, it's incredible to watch. And, you know, like you told me before calling the races, they can have 12 horses in, and, you know, they're always the first ones on the track ready to go. They've got them ready to go and rarely fall behind.
So we have 2 divisions of this ladies' pace tonight. Second division coming up a little later on in the program. Overall track record, Tatler's Jet, 2006. I'm sure you remember that name, Tatler's Jet.
Gene Miller.
Gene Miller, Chad Peter drove 55-2 back in 06.
He was a tough racehorse. I mean, he'd race 3 or 4 times a week if he could, you know. I mean, he just never didn't show up. He had a trotter, too, named Bingham, that I think he actually was a pacer at one time. He switched over to the trot, but he had a bunch of track records for quite a while, too.
And then the trot, it's a tie on the trot. I Get It and Need a Winner. Last year, I Get It, Bob Rollin. Tied the track record of 58-2. That was 2 years ago here at Oak Harbor.
He's racing pretty good out at Yonkers now. Bob sold him out east, and he's been racing real well, making quite a bit of money out in New York.
So we look across the way. You can see the gate moving into position. You can see that gorgeous Portage River. We're getting a breeze from there. It feels pretty good. Sun a little warm, but we do have a nice breeze. Wings of the gate open. The 5 lady drivers have turned their horses and they're headed to the gate. And we're going to head over to Bill Peters and he'll give you the call of this 3rd from Oak Harbor.
Art with Mr. Nuttin Nice on the outside. They're at the post. Starting gate is rolling now. There they come. They're off and facing the first horse away at the rear. That's Lady Anastasia. Up on the outside second comes Riggins Art. Moving up on the outside third is Mr. Nuttin Nice. In their 4th, that's Meadowbrook Lady, and the last horse is Fix Your Makeup. As they make the turn now to head down the backside, the race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Leslie Joyce has Riggins Art on top by 1 length. On the outside second is Mr. Nuttin Nice, driven by Ashley Flowers. Racing in their 3rd is Lady Anastasia, driven by Jennifer Main. 4th, it is Meadowbrook Lady, driven by Christina Johnson. And the last horse is Fix Your Makeup, driven by Lauren Harmon. First quarter paced in 28 1/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time. That's Riggins Art by 1.5 lengths over Mr. Nuttin Nice. Lady Anastasia continues to pace in their third. Fourth is Meadowbrook Lady. And the last horse is Fix Your Makeup. Horses are on straight alignment as they come down to the half-mile mark. That's Leslie Joyce and Riggins Art bringing the horses down to the half. Sitting in the old chair second is Ainsley Flowers with Mr. Not Nice. Then comes Lady Anastasia, Meadowbrook Lady, and Fix Your Makeup. First half paced in 58 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over the 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Riggins Art. 2.5 lengths back second is Mr. Not Nice. Lady Anastasia is racing third. Meadowbrook Lady is fourth, and Fix Your Makeup trails. Going to the 3/4 mile mark. That's Riggins Art by 3 lengths. Mr. Not Nice continues to pace in their second, playing up third. Now comes Meadowbrook Lady. Moving up fourth is Fix Your Makeup as Lady Anastasia drops back fifth. 3/4 in 128 and 1/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's Riggins Art with the lead. Mr. Not Nice racing second. Racing along the rail third. That is Meadowbrook Lady. As they race for home, that's Riggins Art. Now Fix Your Makeup takes over second. Past the stands, it's going to be Riggins Art, and here the outcome. Up for place is Fix Your Makeup. Up for show is Meadowbrook Lady. A mile in 158 and 1/5.
Wow.
158 and 128 and 158, 128 and 158 and 1. Riggins Art, Leslie Joyce, gate to wire. 69,000 lifetime. 53 as a 5-year-old at Northfield Park. Second of the season for Riggins Art. 7-year-old Bago, the son of Riggins out of the United Ace mare, Tough Rose. Up the inside, the 3, Fix Your Makeup for Lauren Harmon. Third, the 2, Meadowbrook Lady. Fourth, the 5, Mr. Nut and Nice. And fifth, the 1, Lady Anastasia. Riggins Art off at 2-1. Post-time favorite at 6-5 was the 3, Fix Your Makeup. Joe Darmafall, along with his wife Fran, making their way to the Ottawa County Fair Winner Circle. They have an envelope there with $100 in it to give the winning driver, Leslie Joyce. And they also have a trophy.
Down the track into the winner's circle, where all the winners go. Coming in from Brownstown, Michigan, comes number 4, Riggins Art. All by Mikhail Pappas, trained by Elizabeth Talley, and driven to victory this evening by Leslie Joyce. Now the sponsors of this race are Joe and Fran Darmafall. They have a plaque to present to Leslie and $100 for being the winning driver here in this race number 3. That's really here for David Talley, Leslie Joyce, and Riggins Art, and the Joe and Fran Darmafall, the sponsors of this race.
Winner return 640, 320, and 360. 38-20 exact, 11-20 Quinella. Here's the results with Bill Peters.
He was third. Number 3, Fix Your Makeup, was second. Number 4, Riggins Art was the winner. Number 5, Mr. Nut Nice was fourth. Time of the first quarter was 28 and 1/5. The half was in 58 seconds. The 3/4 in 128 and 1/5. With a mile in 158 and 1/5. From the top it should read 5, 3, 2, 1, 4 on the bottom. The mile in 158 and 1/5.
Well, Matt, it's on to the 4th race. This is the second division this is the first of 3 divisions of the 3-year-old filly trot. Total purse 13,100. This division for 4,400. A field of 6. We'll have to get a driver on the 2, Katie Lego. It's a TBA for Ty Bates. TBA on the 4, Bluebird Wadanai. We'll be back to take a look at the first division of this 3-year-old filly trot from the Ottawa County Fair right after this.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Moaning, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 15th.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Well, we're back here at the Ottawa County Fair. Matt Clark, Doug Ballinger. Looking at some of our comments. Jimmy Byers from Mutual, Ohio is watching. Troy Thomas checks in from Cable, Ohio. They're watching in North Carolina. Joe Cooper. Georgia Miller watching from West Liberty, Ohio. John Cahill checks in. Destin Blackbird. Mike Wepkenberg is watching. Michael Howard from Findlay. Horace Tucker, Charles Hurst. Janet Griesdorn is watching. Troy Schubert, Kick Hartman from Van Wert. Terry Adams checks in. Watching from Ocala, Florida, Terry Roth. Austin Hanners is watching on his night off of driving at Scioto.
Mike Webkenberg, say where he was at. Was he at Lebanon or Hilliard today?
I believe he was going to be at Hilliard, and he has a gate at Lebanon, but I believe he was going to be at Hilliard, and he takes off from there and goes to Carrollton or races doubleheader tomorrow. I know Roger Houston will go over there and call the races. I don't know who's going to be there for the OHHA.
I don't either. I believe I saw that schedule.
It's actually very comfortable right now.
Yeah, sun behind the clouds really helped a lot. And the breeze has been really nice all evening so far.
So it's on to the 3-year-old filly trot for $4,400, a field of 6. Number 1, Hopeful Dreams, Drew Neal for Rosie Weaver. The 3-year-old bay filly Belong Tom out of the San Vic mare. Stand Up Babe, Heartland Acres owns. Rosie Weaver trains. 3 starts yet to hit the board. Last year, 13 starts, a win, 4 seconds, 4 thirds. This was a $14,000 yearling purchase 2 years ago. $13,000 lifetime. A lifetime mark is a 2-year-old at Northfield Park of 201. Number 1, Hopeful Dreams. 2, Katie Lego, driver to be announced for Ty Bates. 3-year-old bay Philip Uncle Peter over the Andover Hall mare. Mar-a-Lago. Joel Sivek. Susan Bates owned a partnership. 7 starts with a second. 1,500 this year. 3 starts. Lightly raced last year. Had a second. 2,700 lifetime. Last time out for Katie Lego was at Bellefontaine. Finished 4th, beaten 4 1/4, timed in 5 4. The 2, Katie Lego. 3, Money Snatcher. Matt Brown trains and drives. Owned in partnership with David Warnstaff and Leslie Joyce. 3-year-old bay Philip Trump with Caviar. The credit winner mare, Money Grabber. 7 starts, has a second, a third, 2,900. Last year, 17 starts, 5 wins, 3 seconds, 2 thirds. 24,655 last year. Took a mark at Cortland as a 2-year-old of 6 and 1. The 3, Money Snatcher. 4, Bluebird Wada Night, driver to be announced for Herman Hagerman. Hagerman Racing Stable along with Roger Hurd own. This a $25,000 Lexington Select purchase. 3-year-old bay Philip Watt the Hill out of the Yankee Glide mare. Nights That Ever End. 2 starts yet to hit the board. 1 start last year. On 7-2, July 2nd at Marion, finished 4th, beaten 37 1/4, was timed in 14 2. That's the 4, Bluebird Wada Night. As we mentioned, a $25,000 yearling purchase. 5, Beautiful Sunrise. This a $10,000 Ohio Select purchase. Pierce Henry drives, owns a partnership by Alan Miller. 3-year-old bay Philip Long Tom out of the Andover Hall mare. Fog Warning. 3 starts, a second, 2 thirds, 2,000 this year. 9 starts last year, 2 wins, 2 seconds. Right at 13,000. Took a mark last year right here at the Ottawa County Fair. 2:07, the 5, Beautiful Sunrise. 6, Just on Time, Ed Greeno Jr. Trains and drives, owns with E.G. Trot, 3-year-old Brown Philippi Enterprise out of the Conway Hall mare, Weekend Vacation. This an $11,000 purchase 2 years ago. 1 start this year, yet to hit the board. 13 starts last year, had 3 wins and a second. 11,743 last year, a qualifying mark at Sauda Downs of 2:02 and 3 as a 2-year-old. That's the 6, Just on Time. So your next stop after this will be Bucyrus, Wednesday and Thursday, and then you're going into Mount Vernon.
Yep, looking forward to both. Supposed to be very nice weather.
I called races at Mount Vernon when I was 16 years old, so that was back in 1969. And I got the only speeding ticket of my life coming back from Mount Vernon. I filled in for a guy by the name of Phil Mauger. Mount Vernon, if I recall, is a hilly place.
Yep.
They have water in the infield, am I correct?
Ooh, I believe so. Yeah, it's a really, really nice fairgrounds. Yeah, kind of on the left-hand side of the infield, I believe there is a nice little pond there. A bunch of real nice barns all along the back stretch there.
That's the Home Talent Colt Circuit, I believe.
Wyatt Farmer's here.
That's Wyatt Farmer's here, yes.
I didn't see him scheduled. He's driving the 2
for himself at Sauda Downs.
Yeah.
Doing a very nice job.
Yep.
Got 2, 3, 4 out. 3 out, maybe.
What's next for you, Doug? Where are you heading now?
I'm here tomorrow night, and then I go to Washington Courthouse Wednesday and Saturday. I'll be filling in for a friend of mine at Marysville, calling the races on Sunday and Monday. And I've called races years ago at Marysville. I filled in for a guy by the name of Dave Wetterman, I believe.
I've not been to Washington Courthouse since they've finished the renovation of the grandstand there, but
nice,
I've heard it's really nice. Turned out really good.
Doc Sports, speed superintendent there. He does a very nice job. They got a new speed office, the Waylon Winters Speed Office, named in memory of Waylon Winters, Mark Winters Jr.'s son that was killed in that tragic accident last May. Very nice speed office.
It looked like it. I saw pictures of it. It looked really nice.
OHHA was instrumental in supplementing some of the payment for that. The OHA does so much, for different things, money fundraisers and things, and I'm pretty sure they were donors for that project. A decent crowd. We got a lot of them standing along the rail down there.
Yep, there's they have a real nice building for the mutuals down there, and there's also a little bit of a beer tent down there. So I've seen quite a few people walking around with refreshments and tickets and enjoying the evening at the fair.
Let's go to the post parade for the 4th with Bill Peters.
Watch our penny post word for race 4. This is the first division of the 3-year-old filly trot. Going for a purse of $4,400. This is the Red Lion of Bellevue Trophy Race. One is Hopeful Dreams, owned by Heartland Acres of Wahonding, Ohio, trained by Rosie Weaver, the driver Drew Neal. Number 2 is Katie Lago, owned by Joel Seamod of Woodville, Ohio, and Suzanne Bates of Gibsonburg, trained by Ty Bates, the driver Wyatt Farmer. Number 3 is Money Snatcher, owned by David Wardenstaff of Edgeley, Ohio, and Leslie Joyce of South Bloomfield, Ohio, trained and driven by Matt Brown. Number 4 is Bluebird What a Night, owned by Hagerman Racing of Mount Vernon, Ohio, and Roger Howard of Edgerton, Ohio, trained by Herman Hagerman, the driver Ryan Stahl. Number 5 is Beautiful Sunrise, owned by Pierce Henry of Lipstick and Alan J. Miller of Fredericksburg, Ohio, trained and driven by Pierce Henry. And number 6 is Just on Time, owned by E.G. Trot LLC of Findlay, trained and driven by Ed Greeno Jr. Horses will take one score and go to the gate.
Our 2 favorites right now, the 2 Katie Lago, Wyatt Farmer at 3-5, 5-2 on the 5 Beautiful Sunrise, and Pierce Henry. Getting ready for the 4th of 10 tonight, 11 of them tomorrow night. Rain in this area tomorrow night. Nice track. I don't know how it will take the water. They score 7 wide here. It's a nice wide track. Probably one of the wider tracks throughout the state of Ohio for county fair racing. Lima scores 8 wide. I believe Bucyrus, don't they score 8 wide?
Bucyrus can go 8, yep.
I called races at Bucyrus back in 1973, I believe. I can remember Terry Holton. Playboy Hanover broke the track record there, and then he went on to race in the Jug.
Wow.
I worked the matinee this year at Bucyrus for David Stats.
Very nice fairgrounds there.
Yes.
All nice facilities.
I was at Wellston this weekend at Jackson County Fair. It was a 195-mile drive for me. I spent the weekend up there at a hotel close by. It was a long day Saturday. I had to be out of the hotel, roughly noon, and we didn't race till 6 that night. I enjoyed my trip up to Wellston. Nice folks up there in the Southern Valley Circuit. I don't get that way that often. I'll be back in the Southern Valley Circuit at Piketon a week from Friday and Saturday.
Down there at Wellston, I would really like to watch the races sometime from the backstretch over there. It looked like there's a real nice shade tree, and it's just packed with people back there.
Yeah, it is. They bet $4,400 on Saturday, $6,600 on Friday. And a friend of mine went with me to work the mutuals that goes, he's actually working the mutuals today in Lebanon, and he worked the backside, and he had so much fun with the crowd.
Oh, I'm sure.
And he, out of the $4,400, he handled $2,900 by himself on the backside. He said he had a lot of fun with the folks on the backside. They really enjoy the races.
It's kind of like out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
And I don't want to offend anybody by saying that, but I mean, there's not much else around. So when the harness racing comes around, I mean, that's something still big thing to fun thing to do.
So we look across the way. Starting gate now. We'll move into position. Field of 6 3-year-old filly trotters. A lot of 3-year-old filly trotters this year. 3 divisions. You'll see the races kind of numbers fall a lot when the fair, so many fairs. Paulding was the only fair going on. Circleville the only fair. Ottawa, Putnam County the only fair. There was 16, 17 races each session at all those fairs. Now you're having 2 and 3 fairs in one day, and a lot of the 2-year-olds, even 3-year-olds that the owners and trainers will start them and know, they're just not going to make it. We're going to quit with them for the year. You're seeing some of that. So the number of races will fall down, most generally 10 to 12 to 14 probably being at the most that you'll see anymore. So the field of 3-year-old fillies, you can see them lined up across the way. You can see the Portage River in the background. Boy, that's a gorgeous shot as the gate swings around the stretch, comes out of those turns. They come to the stop of the stretch, and let's go to Bill Peters. He's going to give us the call.
Here they come. Here, up and trotting the first horse away is Money Snatcher. Up on the outside second is Beautiful Sunrise. 3 wide is Just on Time. As they make the turn now to head down the backside, the race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Moving up on the outside to gain command. That is Beautiful Sunrise. Dropping in there, driven by Pierce Henry. Dropping in there second is Money Snatcher, driven by Matt Brown. Racing third is Just on Time, driven by Ed Greeno Jr. Fourth is Bluebird What a Night, driven by Ryan Stahl. Racing in there fifth is Katie Lago, driven by Wyatt Farmer. And the last horse is Hopeful Dreams, driven by Drew Neal. First quarter was trotted in 30 and 2/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time, that's Beautiful Sunrise on top by 4.5 lengths. Trotting second is Money Snatcher. Racing in their third by going off stride now is Just on Time. Back trotting, Just on Time third. Moving in their fourth is Bluebird What a Night. Fifth is Katie Lago, and the last horse Hopeful Dreams. Horses are strung out a wee bit as they come down to the half-mile mark. That's Pierce Henry and Beautiful Sunrise bringing the horses to the half. 5.5 lengths back second is Money. First half trotted in 101 and 3/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. They've got to catch Beautiful Sunrise. The closest horse second is Money Snatcher. Racing in their third, that is Just on Time. Moving up fourth is Katie Lago. Moving up on the outside fifth is Hopeful Dreams. Coming back sixth is Bluebird What a Night. Going to the 3/4 mile mark. That's Beautiful Sunrise now by only about 4 lengths. That's Money Snatchers for Hot Pursuit second. 3/4 in 1:32 and 2/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's Beautiful Sunrise with the lead, but Money Snatcher is gaining with every stride. Just on time racing third. Fourth it is Katie Lago, then comes Hopeful Dreams and Bluebird What a Night. As they turn for home, that's still Beautiful Sunrise at the rail with the lead. On the outside coming is Money Snatcher. Beautiful Sunrise and Money Snatcher. Beautiful Sunrise and Money Snatcher. It's going to be Money Snatcher, and here the outcome. Beautiful Sunrise up for place. Katie Lago for show. 1 mile and 2:04 and 1/5.
2:04 and 1, Money Snatcher. The last 50 yards nails the 5, Beautiful Sunrise. Fractions were set by Beautiful Sunrise, 30 and 2/5, 101 and 3, 132 and 2. Home and 4 and 1 for Money Snatcher and Matthew Brown, the 3-year-old Bay filly by Triumphant Caviar, the credit winner mare, Money Grabber. David Warnstaff in partnership with Leslie Joyce of Ohio owned first of the season for Money Snatcher. Money Snatcher had 5 wins last year. Took a mark last year as a 2-year-old, 6 and 1 at Croton. Lifetime mark, 4 and 1 here at the Ottawa County Fair in Oak Harbor. The 5, Beautiful Sunrise, was second. The 2, Katie Lago, was third. $5-1 on the 3, Money Snatcher, so that's a $12 payoff. I don't know if they're back. Are they back racing at the Warren County Fair yet?
Hilliard looked like they were back
Hilliard's
up.
racing, but how about Lebanon?
Lebanon, I don't know. Frank said that it sounded like they were racing, but we were unable to continue broadcasting.
Okay. Let's go to the winner's circle. Money Snatcher, Matt Brown, Bill Peters.
Circle, one of the winners go. Coming in from Ashley in South Bloomfield, Ohio, comes number 3, Money Snatcher. Owned by David Warnstaff and Leslie Joyce. Trained in the victory by Matt Brown. Let's have a big hand here for Matt Brown and Money Snatcher.
$13.20 for Money Snatcher. 3-5 exacta, 19.20 try. 3-5 and a 2, 36.40. Get the complete rundown from Bill Peters here momentarily.
Race 4 from the top. Going Hopeful Dreams was 4th. Number 2, Katie Lago was 3rd. Number 3, Money Snatcher was the winner. Number 4, Bluebird What a Night was 6th. Number 5, Beautiful Sunrise was 2nd. And number 6, Just on Time was 5th. Time of the first quarter was 30 and 2/5. The half was in 101 and 3/5. The 3/4 in 132 and 2/5. With a mile in 2:04 and 1/5. From the top it should read 4:31.625. A mile in 2:04 and 1/5. New lifetime mark on Money Snatcher.
Well, it's on to the 5th race. Field of 7 2-year-old filly trotters for $6,660. We'll be back to take a look at the 5th right after we hear from these fine sponsors.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 65 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the County Fair, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for over $20 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Well, we're back here at Oak Harbor at the Ottawa County Fair on the banks of the Portage River. I want to talk about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association Passport. You pick this up at any of the county fairs that we're at. We'll put a little sticker on. We open it up to Marysville, Tiffin, Sydney, different fairs. We put any fair you show up, you get a sticker from us. At the end of the year, you send it in, and whoever has the most stickers, that will be your winner. And I don't know how many prizes are given, if they're going to give 5 places, 10 places. I have no idea. But if you have the most, you're definitely going to get a nice prize, they tell me. So make sure you pick up your 2024 Passport. Ohio County Fair Racing, sponsored by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. Matt, how many? There's 65 county fairs. What do you think the winner will have? 40-some?
Who I would think.
40-some different fairs that they would be at?
Well, that does seem high.
That's
I mean,
a lot
it
of
doesn't.
fairs.
It doesn't seem like that much to me and you, I guess. That would be a lot just to visit. I mean, up here on this circuit, I would try and hit them all. But that's only about 12 or 14. So yeah, it would take a lot of driving. I'd think
probably in the 20s. 25.
Yeah, 20, 30. I think 30 would give you a real good fighting chance. But I hate to say that because I really don't know.
I seen Dan and Terry Bennett at Marion. We was talking about that. They did 28 last year.
28 fairs somebody did last year. Who was that? Who did 28?
Dan and Terry Bennett.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yep.
Well, I did see them around a lot last year.
I will probably, I don't believe I'm eligible, but I'll probably hit 28. I think maybe 30, 32 fairs this year with the work I'm doing.
You might beat me this year.
I might.
Between announcing and this.
Yeah, I think I'm calling it 21 Ohio County fairs. And probably 10 or 12 county fairs for the OHHA. So it would be 30, 32, 33 for me. A lot of new places I've never been. I've never been to Wellston, which I mentioned a while ago. Really enjoyed Wellston.
I was impressed with Bell Fountain, really, for not racing for, 4 or 5 years. The track was really in good shape. I mean, racing out of the infield, but I mean, everything there looked like, they never really missed a beat. And we're just kind of glad that we picked up another fair.
Another fair this will be my first year working it, filling in at Ashland, Ohio. That's the Monday of Delaware. So I will be going to Ashland. Ashland and Wellston were new fairs for me this year. Probably out of the 66 county fairs that race in Ohio, I'll have to add it up sometime. I've probably worked 40 of them maybe in my lifetime. I don't know for sure.
Someone asked me just not long ago what my favorite fair was, and I really can't pick one. I mean, obviously the racing at Delaware and the atmosphere down there, but I don't know if I really consider that, kind of a local county
it's
fair.
It's just fun that week.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has something different that I enjoy or
that
like.
You enjoy.
Yeah.
For here, the backdrop here, the Portage River.
Yeah.
And I was talking to you about Croton. You've never been to Croton. They got the historical judges stand, and it's outside of Delaware. You drive through Delaware, Sunbury, and you drive out in the country roads. You never think you're going to think, well, where am I going? There can't be a fairground out there here. And there it is, a gorgeous fairground, and it sits in a cornfield. And all around the racetrack, you can walk it. It's all blacktop, and it's all white and red buildings. All have a red metal roof on.
Huh.
And gorgeous grandstand, a historic judges stand, well-run fair. And it's hard to call a race there because the infield is the major big bleachers. They have tug-a truck on a Friday night there. And they tell me they get 30. We race Friday at noon and Saturday at noon. We got to get out of there. And when you leave the fairground, they have a staging area for these tug-a trucks right down the way, a field. And they tell me they get 35 to 40,000 people in there for that tug-a truck on Friday night. So we're getting set for the post parade for, I guess it would be the 5th race coming up. 2-year-old filly trot, 6,600. Clifton Bell to drive the 7 LT Madonna. Let's go to Bill Peters.
Also a printing postword for race 5. This is the second division of the 2-year-old filly trot. Going for a purse of $6,660. This is the Streeter Tractor Sales Incorporated of Fremont Trophy Race. Number 1 is Marseille. By Ryan Stahl of Republic. Watson Harness Racing of Tiffin. Kendall Stuckey also of Tiffin. And Billy Hart of Carmel, Maine. Trained and driven by Brian Stahl. Number 2 is Tom Hands It Over. By Jerry Meisel of Westland, Michigan. Trained by Steve Novak, the driver David Lake. Number 3 is Strike a Pose. By Rory Moore of Grafton. Susan Sandstrom also of Grafton. Trained and driven by Rory Moore. Number 4 is A Lil Intoxicated. By Vicki Jennings of Weston, Michigan, and Brad Nowakowski of Ottawa Lake, Michigan. Trained by Brian Boring, the driver Greg Bateson. Number 5 is Tom Cincy Queen. By Rick Estel of Oakwood. Trained by Chad Williamson, the driver Pierce Hendrick. Number 6 is Risky Hill. By Lance Bayless of Clarkson, Michigan. Sean Basisak of Prince Edward Island. Ross Benner of Deleon Springs, Florida. Jeff Howells of Clarkson, Michigan. Trained by Rosie Weaver, the driver Drew Neal. Number 7 is LT Modana. By Gene Massey of Sycamore, Ohio. Ian Mason, Patricia Jury, and Jim Mays of Bucyrus. Trained by Curtis Massey, the driver Clifton Bell. Horses will take 1 score and go to the gate.
Quickly looking at the field for the 5th field of 7-1 Mercy Marcy. This is $16,000 Ohio Select purchase. She's a 2-year-old brown filly, but Marseille making her first career start for Ryan Stahl. 2, Tom Hands It Over. This is a $13,000 Ohio Select purchase. David Lake drives the 2-year-old bay filly, but Long Tom, her first career start. The 3, Strike a Pose, making her 4th career start, yet to hit the board for Rory Moore. She's a 2-year-old bay filly by Muscle Up. She is a homebred for Rory Moore. 4, A Little Intoxicated, Greg Bateson for Brian Boyd. $10,000 Ohio Select purchase, 2-year-old bay filly by Enterprise. 2 starts has a win. That win coming at Bell Fountain. 2 starts back at Marion in 15-4. Last time out at Bell Fountain was scratch 6. The 4, A Little Intoxicated. 5, Tom's Cincy Queen, Pierce Henry. $5,000 yearling purchase, 2-year-old bay filly by Long Tom for Chad Williamson and Claude Estel. 3 starts this season. 1 second. Second coming at Marion. 6, Risky Hill, Drew Neal for Rosie Weaver. 2-year-old bay filly by What the Hill. 3 starts yet to hit the board for the 6, Risky Hill. 7, LT Madonna, Clifton Bell for Kurt Massey. 2-year-old bay filly by Long Tom, a $10,000 Ohio Select purchase. 2 starts yet to hit the board. Last time out finished 4th, beating 7 lengths at Marion. That's the look at the field of 7 for the 5th 2-year-old filly trot for $6,660.
I really like the way that 2 looks out on the track. First lifetime start for the Novaks and Jerry Meigel. Real good looking filly.
Jerry Meigel, noted to have good horses. First time starters will fool you.
I know Novak and Jerry Meigel had a Long Tom win a leg of the Buckeye Stallion Series, but it was the 2-year-old Colt Pacer that was bred to him on accident. Made it to the Buckeye Stallion Series 1 in 53-1 maybe. Brett Miller driving, won pretty handy last Friday. He's in to go out here tomorrow.
Robert Harrison from the UK is watching. Rocky Miller is watching. Mark Reinhardt says they're back up and going at Hilliard. Jeff Sorge watching from Delaware, Ohio. Susan Schroeder and Robin Swartz are watching. Gates rolling, as you can see the Portage River in the background. So it's a gorgeous view. See the gate get behind the trees here momentarily. They'll come out of those trees and the gate will swing to the top of the stretch. And the next voice you'll hear will be that of Bill Peters. He's been calling races here for over 50 years.
Here they come. Here, off bench trotting the first horse away at the rail. That's Mercy Marcy. On the outside second is Strike a Pose. Moving up on the outside third is Risky Hill. Trotting in there fourth, that's LT Modana. Moving in there fifth, that is Tom Cincy Queen. Racing sixth is Tom Hands It Over. And the last horse is a little intoxicated, and a little intoxicated goes off stride. As they make the turn now to head down the backside, the race over toward that quarter-mile mark. June Eel moves Risky Hill up the gate to command by a length and a half. Trotting in there second is Mercy Marcy, driven by Ryan Stahl. Trotting third along the rail is Strike a Pose, driven by Rory Moore. First quarter trotted at 33 1/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time, on is still Risky Hill by 2.5 lengths. Mercy Marcy trots in there second. Along the rail third is Strike a Pose. On the outside fourth, that's Tom Cincy Queen. Moving up on the outside fifth is Tom Hands It Over. Sixth along the rail is LT Modana. And the last horse is a little intoxicated. Then it's a pretty well bunched as they come to the half-mile mark. Tom Cincy Queen has gone off stride. First half trotted in 1:06 4/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Risky Hill. On the outside second, pouring on the pressure, that is Strike a Pose. Excuse me, that is Tom Hands It Over on the outside, pouring on the pressure. At the rail third, that's Mercy Marcy. Along the rail fourth is Strike a Pose. Off stride fifth is a little intoxicated. The pace picks up a wee bit going to the 3/4 mile mark. That's along the rail Risky Hill with the lead. On the outside second, it is Tom Hands It Over. 3/4 in 1:38 2/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt, that's Risky Hill at the rail. Tom Hands It Over on the outside there, only heads apart as they turn for home. That's Risky Hill at the rail. Tom Hands It Over on the outside second. Right there third is Mercy Marcy. As they race through the lane, Risky Hill at the rail. Tom Hands It Over on the outside, and also into at the rail is Mercy Marcy. It's going to be a 10-1. Mercy Marcy, I believe, got it. Up for place was Risky Hill, but up for show was Tom Hands It Over. A mile and 2:09 1/5.
Wow, both those first-time starters raced
First-time
really
starters.
good.
I was thinking of you, Matt, when you mentioned it too. Tom Hands It Over. First-time starters finished first and third, so they're part of the try. 7-2 on the winner. The 6-horse Risky Hill was supposed to be there. 8-5, beaten at the wire. And the 2, Tom Hands It Over, 7-1. See if that try is out. I would say it's going to be an uncovered try. 33-1, 6-4, 38-2, home in 9-1 for Mercy Marcy. The 2-year-old Bay Filly by Marseille out of the Dewey Cheatham and Howe mare. Marcella Hall, first win. She's a winner, going to the winner's circle for R&R Stall of Republic, Watson Harness, KJ Stuckey, and Debbie A. Hart. Ryan Stahl trains and drives the winner. This is $16,000 select purchase. She'll bank $3,330 for this win tonight here at Oak Harbor.
Ryan's got to be ecstatic with that trip. You know, got to teach her something sitting in a hole there, and things worked out and got up and got the win. I really like the way Ryan Stahl drives horses. You know, he sat there patient. First Lifetime Stars, his horse wanted to, you know, teach her how to race a little bit and did just that.
All
Looks
these
she's gonna be
horses
a nice
improved.
one.
I mean, the two first-time starters naturally, but the 6 Risky Hill had 3 starts. First time hit the board. Drew Neal drives her for the first time. She looked tough on the front end. Just got a little tired and was nailed at the wire by the 1 Mercy Marcy. Let's go to Bill Peters in the Winner's Circle presentation.
Marcy, owned by Ryan Stahl, Watson Harness Racing, Kendall Stuckey, and Billy Hart. Trained in double victory by Ryan Stahl. Ken Dumminger, we got another guy coming. Ken, we got another person coming across the infield there. Let's have a big hand here for Ryan Stahl and Marcy, the winner of race 5.
Starting to cloud up a little bit.
Yeah, the wind's picking up.
Yeah. Well, I hope we can get through these. I'd like to have one event today.
Who's doing the photo tonight?
His name is Christian.
He once in a while works OHHA in the past.
He has, yeah.
Camera crew, yeah.
Yep.
5 from the top. Number 1, Marcy was the winner. Number 2, Tom Hanson Over was 3rd. Number 3, Frank Compose was 4th. Number 4, A Little Intoxicated was 7th. Number 5, Tom Cincy Queen was 6th. Number 6, Risky Hill was 2nd. Number 7, LT Modana was 5th. Time of the first quarter was 33 and 1/5. The half was in 106 and 4/5. The 3/4 in 138 and 2/5, with a mile in 209 and 1/5. The top of your range, 1, 3, 4, 7, 6, 2, 5 on the bottom. The mile in 209 and 1/5. Marcy winning her first race and her first start.
9:20 for Mercy Marcy. 10:20 to place 6:20. 14:80 on the place horse, who was the favorite on the board. 6:20 for your 2 horse that you picked. Exacta $47.60, Quinella $24. No try showed, so there must not have been a try in that race. On to the 6th race, 3-year-old filly trotters. $4,300, second of 3 divisions. Zilla Zoo, Eckerd Hill Carey, TC's Brenda. Oh Well Bell, Desert Haze, Field of 5. We'll be back to take a look at these 5 filly trotters right after these messages.
Volstead, Coach K Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigDWeb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Back at the Ottawa County Fair in Oak Harbor, Ohio. 5 down, we're halfway home, on to the 6th race. 3-year-old filly trotters, Field of 5, 1 Zilla Zoo. Ed Greeno Jr. trains and drives for E.G. Trot. 3-year-old Bay Phillip. But what the hell? This is a $30,000 select purchase out of the Dream Vacation mare. Illa Zoo, 3 starts, yet to hit the board. 6 starts last year, had a win and a second. 3,400 lifetime. Last time out, made a break at Bellefontaine, leaving the gate, clocked an 8-2, finished fourth, beaten 18 lengths. Number 1, Zilla Zoo at Greeno Jr. to drive. 2, Eckerd Hill Carey, Drew Neal drives. Rosie Weaver, 3-year-old Brown Phillip Uncle Peter out of the Muscle Mass mare. Carry the torch. Rosie Weaver owns and trains. 4 starts, 2 thirds. Last year, 16 starts, 3 wins, 5 seconds, 3 thirds, 21,000. Winner at Croton is a 2-year-old, 5 and 4. The 2, Eckerd Hill Carey and Drew Neal. 3, TC's Brenda. Curtis Harper drives for Mike Sweeney. 3-year-old Bay Phillip, Triumphant Caviar, or the Yankee Glide mare. Jewine Hanover, 6 starts, second, 2 thirds. 6,800 lifetime for the 3, TC's Brenda. 4, Oh Well Bell, John Koneski III, owns, trains, and drives. Excuse me, in partnership, he owns with Patrick Koneski, 3-year-old Bay Phillip Watt the Hill out of Victory Sandmare, Bell's Victory. Second career start for the 4, Oh Well Bell. This is a $12,000 Buckeye Classic purchase. 5, Desert Haze, Great Basin, 3-year-old Bay Phillip Uncle Peter. And the Jombro Mare, Vegas Sunset, Haters Stables, LLC, Temperance, Michigan, along with Gregory Bates, and owns 10 starts, 3 wins. As a third, $7,800, 3 and 3 at Northfield Park, a qualifying time. Excuse me. Desert Haze, a winner last year, 7 starts.
One of those was the fair championship at Northfield Park on a sloppy track. There was another nice 2-year-old trotting filly, Home Run Queen, and they matched up in there on the last turn. Desert Haze kind of pulled away from her. So,
and Desert Haze is a full sister to
half sister to
Hydraulic Hazel.
Yep.
Was pretty much unbeatable throughout the fair season last year. I apologize. I think there was a girl up here wanting to get a sticker, and
I didn't even notice.
Commercial a little bit. Maybe I did give her. Maybe I did. I don't know.
I think you did. I thought
we wanted to talk about the sticker.
Yeah.
You know that we want mention that again. The passport. Make sure you get your passports signed or patch put on, a little horseshoe at every fair you go to. There'll be prizes given out at the end of the year. So right now the post time favorite is the 5. Rightly so. Desert Haze at 1-5. She gets on top for Greg Bates, and I'm sure that's where he's going to put her. When you're the best, that's where you want to be. Beat me if you can. She's coming out of post 5, see what Greg does out of post 5, see what he'll probably look things over on the inside, see what kind of speed's coming out of the gate.
Yep, I know. I do believe that 2, Eckerd Hill Carey can get off the gate pretty good. She sometimes gets a little fumbly, but she can get off the gate too pretty good. So, but yeah, Desert Haze sure looks tough in here, so I'm sure Greg will kind of ease her as much as he has to, but do what he can or do what it takes to get to the front. Got to make somebody pass him.
I believe Pam Weller is charting the races here. She works this circuit quite a bit. I work with Pam at a few fairs throughout the season. Bill Peters is our announcer. I know this is probably Bill's 52nd year. I know he's been here 50 calling races at the Ottawa County Fair. That's a lot of years.
Yeah. Yep.
Bill loves what he does. Not only an announcer, got a great memory. He's a clerk, writes the checks.
He's told me stories of my great-grandfather.
Oh, yes.
I mean, remembers vividly of, races at Hillsdale, Michigan. And, it's amazing what he can retain.
And he was a great basketball player. He played, got a scholarship to play at Defiance back in his day. Yeah. Very good athlete. And he was a coach. Coached girls basketball. I believe he might have coached softball, baseball.
Teaches math, is it?
I don't know what he did teach. Well, he's retired.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I don't know what Bill did teach. He's from the Hicksville area. He taught in that area. He told me some of the schools. I can't name them right now. There goes Lauren Harmon, I believe. Is that Lauren or her?
I think that's Krista.
That's Krista. Okay. They're driving against one another in the second division of the ladies' pace, I believe.
Yep, I think that's the 9th race.
Yes, I believe it is the 9th.
Looks like they're getting together for a parade here.
I see 4. I believe we need one more horse, but we're going to post parade. The final must be coming to the track.
Horses are printing postword for race 6. This is the second division of the 3-year-old filly trot. Going for a purse of $4,300. This is the Southeastern Equipment of Perrysburg Trophy race. For 1 is Silazoo. Leased by E.G. Trot, LLC of Findlay, trained and driven by Ed Greeno Jr. Number 2 is Eckerd Hill Carey, owned and trained by Rosie Weaver of Beach City, the driver Drew Neal. Number 3 is T.C.'s Brenda, owned by Trotters R Us of Sagamore Hills, Ohio, trained by Mike Sweeney, the driver Curtis Harper. Number 4 is Oh Well Bell, owned by John Kadeski III of Pemberville, Patrick Kadeski of Bowling Green, trained and driven by John Kadeski III. Number 5 is Desert Haze, owned by Hayter Stables LLC of Temperance, Michigan, and Greg Bateson of Toledo, trained and driven by Greg Bateson.
There you had the post parade for the 6th. John Kineski from Pemberville, Ohio. Always hear of Pemberville. We drove through Pemberville, Paul Combs and myself coming here tonight. Pemberville probably about 15, 20 mile away on 105. John Kineski, a great trotting trainer. He's had some good horses throughout his years. He just had a good one here a year or so ago. I can't think of his name offhand. He was very
Stony Ridgetop.
Stony Ridgetop.
He won last night over at Cleveland.
I heard that at Northfield Park. Yeah, Stony Ridgetop. John Kineski, also a board member on the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. Am I correct on that?
Yep. I saw this filly back there. I stopped and talked to John for a little bit. She made a break her first lifetime start, but she's a nice-looking little filly. I couldn't have been any more calm. I mean, just kind of playing with her cross.
She's one here. You look across the way, she's 8-1. And with John Kineski's background as training trotters, now she's 6-1. She very well could be the winner's circle. She'll be the winner's circle here real quick, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure John does not get in a hurry at all with these 2-year-olds. Except for maybe like a Stony Ridgetop, which was great from probably the get-go. He was just tough to beat.
He is such a good-looking horse.
Oh, yeah,
I love watching him on the track. And he's a handful, too. You know, John does a good job with him, keeping him under control. I mean, he is a real
He won at Delaware last year, didn't he? Did Chris drive him? Maybe Chris Page?
He put somebody up on him.
Yeah,
he won pretty handy.
Chris. That wouldn't be a bad choice.
No. I think he's got one in, Mr. Chris Page.
Yeah,
part owner
part
later.
Of Bug Juice.
Yeah.
I bet Chris might be watching tonight. Bug Juice. Chris Page and Bo Brown. Across the way, the Roth Mount starting gate moves into position. A field of 5. Filly trotters have completed their score. They'll make their turn. They'll head to the gate. The wings of the gate open. Fan favorite to 1-5. Post time favorite. I was going to say Hydraulic Hazel, but it is Desert Haze. Zillazoo, Eckerd Hill Carey, TC's Brenda, Oh Well Bell, and Desert Haze. Field of 5. Gates rolling. It's post time.
There they come. and trotting. The first horse away on the outside is Desert Haze. After the rail second is Stillazu. Moving in there third, that is Eckerd Hill Carrot. Coming in there fourth, that is TC's Brenda. And the last horse is Oh Well Bell. As they make the turn now to head down the backside, the race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Greg Bateson has Desert Haze on top by a length and a half. In their second is Stillazu, driven by Ed Greeno Jr. Racing third is Eckerd Hill Carey, driven by Drew Neal. Edging up a little closer fourth there is TC's Brenda, driven by Curtis Harper. And the last horse is Oh Well Bell, driven by John Kadeski III. First quarter was trotted in a leisurely 34 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time, that's Desert Haze by 2.5 lengths. Trotting second is Stillazu. Third, as they race around the turn, is Eckerd Hill Carey. Racing fourth is TC's Brenda. And the last horse is Oh Well Bell. As they race down toward the half-mile mark, that's Greg Bateson and Desert Haze bringing the horses down to the half. Sitting in the golden chair second, that's Ed Greeno Jr. with Stillazu. Up on the outside third comes TC's Brenda. First half trotted in 107 3/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over to that 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Desert Haze. The closest horse second on the outside is TC's Brenda. At the rail third is Stillazu. Racing fourth is Eckerd Hill Carey. And the last horse is Oh Well Bell. As they race down the backside, still Desert Haze with the lead. On the outside second, TC's Brenda. Stillazu is third along the rail. Edging up on the outside fourth now comes Eckerd Hill Carey. Front four well bunched as they race past that 3/4 mile mark. 3/4 in 138 4/5. And now Desert Haze opens up about 3 lengths on TC's Brenda. Stillazu third along the rail. Moving up on the outside fourth, that's Eckerd Hill Carey. As they race toward home, that's Desert Haze with the lead. Stillazu along the rail second, TC's Brenda on the outside, and 3 wide comes Eckerd Hill Carey. But past the stands, it's going to be Desert Haze, and here's the outcome. Stillazu up for place, TC's Brenda for show. A mile in 2:07 4/5.
Is that a back half in a minute? Didn't they go to half in 7?
Minute and a fifth.
Okay.
Back half, yeah, he was just toying with him. He just,
it looked like
right
he
at 3/4, he just
turned her loose and she did the rest.
She did the rest. Desert Haze. Trio Bay, Philip, Uncle Peter out of the John Bromere Vegas Sunset, 4th of the season this year in 11 starts. 34-1, got to the top real easy, 7-3 at the half, 3/4 38-4, final quarter 29, final half a minute and a fifth. Home in 7-4 for Desert Haze. Second was 1 Stillazu, third to 3 TC's Brenda, fourth to 2 Eckerd Hill Carey, fifth to 4 Oh Well Bell. Now this Oh Well Bell, I looked up the breeding out of Bell's Victory by Victory Sam, and I believe that might be some connections to
Stony Ridgetop?
Stony Ridgetop,
No kidding.
I think. I know the Victory Sam is.
I should know that as many times I've watched that horse race.
I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. You say he was a winner last night at
Yep.
Northfield?
Yep.
Well, we'll just look. Well, I'll look at the results there. Stony won at Delaware in 2022 with John driving. That is from Jay Wolf.
Oh.
Our friend Jay
He
Wolf
would
is
know.
watching tonight. Jay knows everything.
Yeah.
Jay Wolf. Hello, Jay. Then we're going to check Northfield Park.
Circle where the winners go. Coming in from Temperance, Michigan and Toledo, Ohio, comes number 5, Desert Haze. Owned by Hayter Stables, LLC, and Greg Bateson. Trained and delivered a victory by Greg Bateson. Desert Haze was the champion, a 2-year-old filly trotter last year in the Ohio Fair Racing Conference, and she's 4 for 4 this year in the Ohio Fair Racing Conference as a 3-year-old filly trotter. There for Desert Haze and all concerned. Placing for race 6 on the top. Number 1, Stillazu was second. Number 2, Eckerd Hill Carey was fourth. Number 3, TC's Brenda was third. Number 4, Oh Well Bell was fifth. Number 5, Desert Haze was the winner. Time of the first quarter was 34 seconds. A half was in 107 and 3/5. The 3/4 in 138 and 4/5, with a mile in 207 and 4/5. From the top, it should read 2, 4, 3, 5, 1 on the bottom. The mile in 207 and 4/5.
That Stony Ridgetop was by Wishing Stone out of the Tom Ridgemere Ruffles Have Ridges.
Okay, that's
now
right.
I'm pretty sure though John Kineski's had some Victory Sams in his career. So.
How about that exacta there, Doug? Like I mean, I can't feel bad.
68-20 with a winner.
I would have never bet Desert Haze at 1 to 5 or whatever she was, but I mean the exacta at $68.
One ticket
it's amazing.
out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yep. On to race 7, 3-year-old filly pace, Jim Walter Memorial for $12,640. Here's another one divisioner. Field of 8. Ryan Stahl will drive the 4, Intoxicating Candy. Ryan Stahl the 4, Clifton Bell the 7, Hula Ray, Clifton Bell the 7, Hula Ray, Gorgeous Ivory the 8, racing on Lasix for the first time. You can go to harnessracingohio.com to print off your programs if you want to follow along. That's 2 hours before post time. 7th race up next here at the Ottawa County Fair in Oak Harbor on the banks of the Portage River. Field of 8 going postward. 3-year-old filly pacers for $12,640. We're going to be back to take a look at these fillies right after this message.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Moni, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 15th.
Rayanne Piles from Florida is watching. Chris Page from Delaware, Ohio.
Did he tune
checks
in? All right. Hello, Chris Page.
He's getting ready for Bug Juice.
Yep. Good luck.
We'll try to get Bug Juice home tonight for Chris Page.
And Bo Brown. That's quite a Delaware connection there. Delaware.
I don't know who's driving. Bo owns part of
Tyler Rush, I think it
Tyler
was.
Rush,
I saw him out
Tyler
warming
Rush is
up.
driving.
Yep. So he's here. Chris couldn't make it up, I guess, to drive this one. He's been down on Bug Juice a couple times, but haven't seen him drive her yet.
He's always a no-show.
On
to the
seventh. For
3-year-old filly pacers for $12,640. Field of 8. The 1, Robin Hill High. Drew Neal for Brian Boring. 3-year-old bay filly, Benob Hill High. 3 starts, has 1 third this year. 2, Sadie's Dream, Pierce Henry for Bill Webb, the 3-year-old brown filly by Racing Hill. 8 starts, 3 wins, 3 seconds, a third, 17,054 and 1 earlier in the year at Miami Valley. The 2, Sadie's Dream. And here is the 3, Bug Juice. That's why Chris Page tuned in about this time. 3-year-old bay filly, a bit of a legend. Out of the well-said Southern accent, Timothy Grubb trains, Chris Page and Bo Brown own. Tyler Rush drives, 10 starts, 2 seconds a third last year, 17 starts, 2 seconds a third for Bug Juice, 20,000 last year, 54 and 1 at Scioto last year for Bug Juice. 4, Intoxicating Candy, Ryan Stahl drives for Mike Sweeney. 3-year-old bay filly by Do Me That Again out of the Art Major Mare, Candy Floss, Patrick Sweeney and Ronald King and Marion Beachy own. 8 starts, has 1 third this year. $3,400 for the 4, Intoxicating Candy. Drew Neal will drive the 5, West Malibu for Brian Boring. A $45,000 select purchase as a 2-year-old. As a yearling, I should say. 3-year-old bay filly by Down by the Seaside out of the Western Hanover mare, May West Hanover. Douglas Harting of Adrian, Michigan owns. 3 starts, a winner second, $3,900, 6 and 2 at Marion. The 5, West Malibu. Curtis Harper, the 6, I'm a Flirt. Mike Sweeney trains this and also. 3-year-old Bay Phillip, I'm Gorgeous, out of the Western Hanover Mare Campus Flirt. Curtis Harpy, the Leslie of Hilliard, 5 starts, has a 3rd this year. 7, Hula Ray, Clifton Bell for Bill Webb. 3-year-old Bay Phillip, Cheyenne Ray, out of the Noble Return Mare. Hot Shot Hulaboo. Bill Webb owns. 7 starts, has a 2nd this year, the 7, Hula Ray. 8, Gorgeous Ivory Ken Holiday, trains and drives. 3-year-old Bay Phillip by I'm Gorgeous, out of the Liz Mara Mare. Esternia Deo. Crazy Parrot Farm, Renee Halsnecker owns. 2 starts, 1/3. 17 starts last year as a 2-year-old. Found the winner's circle 8 times with 6 seconds and a 3rd. 38,000 last year, 2 minutes last year as a 2-year-old for Gorgeous Ivory. That's the field. Field of 8, $12,640. 3-year-old Philly Pacers will line up for the Jim Walter Memorial. Right now, our post-time favorite is the 2, Sadie's Dream. As we get set for the post-parade. Just looking through the grandstand, you just see these faces. You don't know the names, but the gentleman I know walking up the steps now, he was at Bell Fountain, I believe, both nights.
Yep.
Maybe he's coming up to get his passport filled in. Nope. Not a whole lot of passport check-ins tonight.
Seems like it's going well, though, overall as a whole. You know,
Susan thought of that. Susan and Frank maybe this winter came up with that idea.
Yeah. It's kind of a neat idea. I still don't know that they have the full prize structure figured out, but I think it'll be something well worth the effort to come up and say hello if you're here.
I know on the way up, Paul Combs and I came up together. He said on the way home we're going to have a steak sandwich. They got great steak sandwiches here. He said we have them every year, and I could remember it after he said it at the Lions Club.
Lions Club?
Over here
Okay.
Steak sandwich.
I
as noted, and I know at Washington Courthouse, they have a good steak sandwich or roast beef sandwich at Washington Courthouse.
I go to, I think it's the Boy Scouts here. They have a sandwich called the Waldo, which, are you familiar with the world famous bologna sandwich?
Yes.
I think it's GNR there in Waldo. So basically they call it the Waldo. It's
okay.
a fried bologna sandwich. And it's
Then we have
good.
the fairs we get to in the fall that have the donuts.
Oh, yeah.
Wauseon,
Montpelier.
has donuts.
Yep.
Croton, I know, has donuts. They line up at Croton for donuts.
Yep, doesn't matter how full I am. You know, they make them right below us in the grandstand, and they just smell so good. Are you going to be at Wauseon this year?
I think I haven't. I do not have my schedule, but I put that down that I would be willing. I enjoy going to Wauseon.
Yep, that is one of my favorites there. Real fast
2 years
track.
I started to go there,
Yep.
and that Saturday is a big day there, a big crowd.
Yep.
Very nice fair.
Ran into Chris Boring there last year. They're watching.
Yeah, I believe you did say that. And that's the home fair of Jason Roth. He lived right outside the fairground. The director
oh, really?
I've seen it.
I didn't know he was
Souda
from
Downs,
Wauseon.
yes.
Okay.
Well, that's where the Roth starting gate's from, and his grandpa was Dick Roth.
Yeah, all right.
That had the starting gate, which passed probably about 3 or 4 years ago.
We are back to 2 days at your home fair, right, Salina?
Salina's racing Sunday and Monday.
Okay.
Yes.
That's an awful nice track, too.
Yes.
Some good miles over that.
They're putting up new lights as we speak.
Are they? That's
New
a big
lights.
project.
I had heard each fair I read in our paper got $110,000 from the state. Every county fair in the state of Ohio.
Wow.
Governor Rhodes is big into agriculture.
The Jim Walter Memorial Page going for a purse of $12,640. This is the Lakeshore Lawn and Snow Removal Trophy Race. Number 1 is Robin Hill High, owned by Christine Kostasitz of Morton, Michigan, trained by Brian Boring, the driver, Drew Neal. Number 2 is Sadie's Dream, owned by Jeff Badd and Bill Webb of Defiance, trained by Bill Webb, the driver of Pierce Hendrick. Number 3 is Bug Juice, owned by Chris Page of Delaware, Ohio, and Bo Brown of Osterbridge, Ohio, trained by Tim Grubb, the driver is Tyler Reich. Number 4 is Intoxicating Candy, owned by Mike Sweeney of Delaware, Ron King of Wyndham, and Marion Beachy of Sugar Creek, trained by Mike Sweeney, the driver, Ryan Stahl. Number 5 is West Malibu, owned by Doug Hartung Jr. of Adrian, Michigan, trained by Brian Boring, the driver, David Lake. Number 6 is I'm a Flirt, leased by Curtis Harper of Hilliard, Ohio, trained by Mike Sweeney, the driver, Curtis Harper. Number 7 is Hula Ray, owned and trained by Bill Webb of Defiance, the driver, Clifton Bell. At number 8 is Gorgeous Ivory, owned by Renee Halesko of Marysville, Ohio, and the Crazy Parrot Farm, LLC of Frisco, Texas, trained and driven by Ken Holiday. Horses will take one long score and go to the...
1-9 on the 2 horse in here, Doug.
1-9. The rest of them, the closest, well, 8-1. The 2 horse, Sadie's Dream, 3 wins and 8 starts. Winner at Bell Fountain, second at Bell Fountain, 202-1. Has had 3 second place finishes in a row, 3 wins in a row at Paulding, Northfield, and Miami Valley back in back in April, 1st of May, actually 54-1 for Sadie's Dream. Horses completing their score. They'll be going to the gate. We do have another division of the Ladies Pace Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series. Yes, Krista Harmon and Lauren Harmon, mother and daughter, will go at it in that 9th race, along with Jennifer Main and Christina Johnson. J.D. Vardell is watching tonight. Terry Henry, Miller Beauty, Chris Page, Melissa Roth, Kathy Short, Jeff Tanner. Take a look in the turn. The Philly Pacers have completed a score. They're making a turn. The starting gate is moving into position. Tomorrow afternoon, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association broadcast team will set up shop at Carrollton, Ohio. Carroll County Fair, post time at 12 noon, 5 races, 7 tomorrow evening at 5. We're back at it here, Matt and I, tomorrow evening, 11 races, post time at 5. Then it's Washington Courthouse at 5 on Wednesday, 12 races. Saturday at 11 at Washington Courthouse. Bucyrus Wednesday, the 17th at 6. Thursday the 18th at 6. Mount Vernon Saturday the 20th at 1. And Saturday the 20th at 6. And then it takes us into Marysville, Tiffin, Sydney, Painesville. Next week, another busy week. Gates rolling. Let's go to Bill Peters for the call.
Here they come. They're off at fast pacing the first horse away is Robin Hill High. Sadie's Dream goes off stride. Up on the outside third, now comes West Malibu. As they make the turn now to head down the backside, the race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Up there on the front end is West Malibu. At the rail second, that's Robin Hill High. Racing third is Gorgeous Ivory. Racing in their fourth is I'm a Flirt. Racing fifth, that is Hooga Ray. Moving along sixth down the backside, that is Bug Juice. Racing seventh is Intoxicating Candy, and the last horse is Sadie's Dream. First quarter was paced in 29 seconds. As they round that proper turn to come down past the stands for the first time, that is Drew Neal with Robin Hill High showing on top. Sitting second is her stablemate, West Malibu, driven by David Lake. Racing third is Gorgeous Ivory, driven by Ken Holiday. Fourth is I'm a Flirt, driven by Curtis Harper. Ranging up on the outside fifth is Bug Juice, driven by Tyler Rice. At the rail sixth, Hula Ray, driven by Clifton Bell. Racing seventh, Intoxicating Candy, driven by Brian Stahl. The last horse, CD Speed, driven by Chris Hendricks. Eight pacers, 12 bunches, the race past the half-mile mark. First half paced in 1:01. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that three-quarter-mile mark. That's still along the rail to lead. That's Robin Hill High. On the outside second is Gorgeous Ivory. West Malibu racing in their third. On the outside fourth, that's Bug Juice. At the rail fifth is Hula Ray. Three wide and pacing past the ball down the backside is Sadie's Dream. Going to that three-quarter-mile mark. That's still Robin Hill High with the lead. 3 quarters in, 1:31. Bug Juice now second on the outside, third along the rail, that's West Malibu. Fourth along the rail, it's Hula Ray. As they race around that upper turn to head for Pay Dirt, that's Robin Hill High holding on. Up on the outside, second comes Bug Juice. At the rail third is West Malibu, and fourth is Hula Ray. As they race through the lane, that's Robin Hill High and Bug Juice. Robin Hill High and Bug Juice. It's gonna be Bug Juice, and here they all come. Robin Hill High up for place, West Malibu for show. 1 mile in 2 minutes and 4/5.
Wow, 2 minutes.
2 minutes, 4/5. Bug Juice didn't need Chris Page tonight. He had
No.
Tyler Rush.
He might have lost the job. Tyler Rush handled her pretty good, I think.
Chris probably lost his job.
Hey,
Chris might have been driving it home.
Yeah,
He might have been
I
driving
bet.
it
Yeah,
home.
I'm sure.
29, 101, 131. 2 minutes, 4/5. Final half, 58-4. Bug Juice, first of the year. Was a winner twice last year, 20,000 last year. 3-0 Bay Phillip, a bit of a legend out of the well-said mare. Southern Accent. Chris Page and Bo Brown own Timothy Grubb trains. Very nicely driven by Tyler Rush. Got a second over trip, parked that back half. 58-4. Second was 1, Robin Hill High. Third to 5, West Malibu.
I'll get a chance to see Chris one of these days here. Well, we have a board meeting. He's a member of the OHHA board as well, and represents the drivers and trainers on that committee, and does a great job for us.
The favorite, Sadie's Dream, made a break leaving the gate. I don't know where he ended up. I know when he made that break, he ended up about last.
Yeah.
Heading down the backside.
Yep. I think kind of changed the whole complexion of that race.
But Bug Juice finished second his last time out. Bo Brown drove him at Bell Fountain. We was there that night. Just got beat a length, 2 minutes and a fifth.
Yep, been racing good, prior to that there at Scioto. Going some nice 53 miles.
Into the winner's circle, where the winners go. Coming in from Delaware and Ostrander comes number 3, Bug Juice, owned by Chris Page and Bo Brown, trained by Tim Grubb, and driven to victory this evening by Tyler Rice. Let's do a big hand here for Tim Grubb, Tyler Rice, and Bug Juice. Winning here in the Jim Walter Memorial.
$12.60 for Bug Juice, $4 $2.80, $24.80 for Robin Hill High. Exacta $64.20. That was a nice exacta. Nice Quinella $59.60. Consolation on the try, 3 all in all, $9. Get the official rundown here from Bill Peters. Well, congratulations to Chris Page and Bo Brown and Bug Juice.
Yeah, $12,600. That's a nice purse.
Number 1, Robin Hill High was second. Number 2, Sadie's Dream finished 6th, was placed 8th for violation of the braking rule. Number 3, Bug Juice was the winner. Number 4, Intoxicating Candy was 5th. Number 5, West Malibu was 3rd. Number 6, I'm a Flirt finished 8th, was placed 7th. Number 7, Hula Ray was 4th. And number 8, Gorgeous Ivory finished 7th, was placed 6th. Time of the first quarter was 29 seconds. The half was in 1:01. The 3/4 in 1:31 with a mile in 2 minutes and 4 fifths. From the top it should read 2:81,537,4,6 on the bottom. The mile in 2 minutes and 4 fifths.
Well, it's on to the 8th final division of the 3-year-old filly trot for $4,400. Leading Star, Camineri. I'm Too Cute, Count With Me, One Fancy Lady, Tom's Big Dream, Field of 6. 3-year-old filly trotters for the 8th. We'll be back to take a look at these fillies right after these messages.
The Ottawa County Fair is the youngest of its kind in the state of Ohio. The official record begins in 1964, but its history dates back much further. The very first fair was held in Port Clinton, almost 160 years ago. The location of the fair caused major conflict between Ottawa County towns. After 2 decades of dispute, Port Clinton and Oak Harbor decided to each hold their own independent fair. With neither seeing much success, no fair would be held in Ottawa County for the entire next century. The Ottawa County Agricultural Society was formed in the early 1960s. The organization spearheaded the reestablishment of a junior fair. It consisted of only 2 tents and a wagon pushed together to make a stage, but it was a hit. The fair grew quickly, and by 1968, the permanent fairgrounds was purchased, a racetrack was built, and harness racing was introduced the same year. The sulkies brought new excitement for spectators. Today, the Ottawa County Fair features 2 days of standardbred racing. They are a member of the Ohio Fair Racing Conference and include a leg of the Spring Haven Farm Ladies Driving Series.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding farm. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancing Yankee, a 2-time world champion, along with 2019 jug winner Southwind Ozzy, the son of Some Beach Somewhere. Cool Winds also stands the royally bred $2 million earning Western Fame. Be sure to inspect the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 13th.
I was looking through the drivers' standings tonight. I guess we did have one driver double up so far. Dan Vienier took the early double, won the first and second. Leslie Joyce was a driver with a win. Matt Brown, Ryan Stahl, Greg Bateson, and here Tyler Rush. So Dan Vienier is the only driver to double up so far tonight. I don't have a list of the driver's standings, but I believe Jeff Neisonger is right up there at the top, along with Nick Clegg.
Seemed like Mark St. Louis Jr.
Mark St.
was
Louis
up there,
Jr.
right?
I might have listened to the broadcast some this morning. He might have got his 19th win. Jeff might have 25. He had a big night at Wilmington, had 5 wins, I believe, at Wilmington. Pierce Henry's up in the mix. Hank Levan. Well, it's on to the 9th race. 2nd Division Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series. Mother and daughter going to go at it from post 3 and 4. Krista Harmon with Poof Daddy. Lauren Harmon, Executive Dash coming off the rail. PB's on fire. Jennifer Main, the 2. Black Lily. Christina Johnson. Class in the race. The back class goes to the 4 Executive Dash. Lauren Harmon, this 10-year-old, has banked right at $300,000 lifetime, $297,996 to be exact. It's a 7-year-old, 151 at Northfield Park. Then it's the 3 Poof Daddy, Krista Harmon. This a 9-year-old, has a mark of 52 and 2 at Northfield Park. It's an 8-year-old, 143,905 lifetime. The rail horse, Jennifer Main, PB's on fire. This is a 9-year-old, has 115,000 lifetime. Took a mark at Northville. It's a 7-year-old of 55 and 1, and the 2 Black Tilly, Christina Johnson, 89,000 lifetime. Mark last year at Northfield Park of 55 and 4. So it's PB's on fire, Jennifer Main, Black Lily, Christina Johnson, Poof Daddy, Krista Harmon, 4 Executive Dash, Lauren Harmon, in the 2nd division of the Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series. We'll close it out with the Signature Series Pace, Famous Seamus, Doug's Jacks, Pochette, he's a knockout, Catch Me Conrad, and Lions Friends. That last one, Signature Series, will be a good one. It actually is just a gorgeous evening.
It really is nice out right now.
Humidity, I don't believe, is real bad. I'll see what I got on my phone if I can pull up Oak Harbor if it comes up, weather.
Every time I look at the forecast for today, at first it said rain, and then it just turned to hot. So I was kind of dreading it. You know, there's no cover on the stands here, and I knew we were going to be out in the sun.
A 70% chance of rain tomorrow. Well, that's in the morning.
I thought it was supposed to clear up hopefully by around 1 or 2.
Yes, 30% in the afternoon. So we'll have to see how much rain they get, how the track holds it up. But I'm sure it's going to get some rain in this area the way it looks. I know this morning that we had a big storm yesterday in Salina, and then this morning I was going to mow the yard, and it showed 100% chance of rain at 8. So I waited till about 8:30, and it never did rain, and I mowed it quick.
Yeah, it's supposed to get pretty nasty up this way. I don't know about down south at all, but they're saying maybe 60, 70-mile-an-hour winds up here and hail and all that stuff. So hopefully we can miss some of that.
Horse start running postward for race 8. This is the 3rd division of the 3-year-old filly trot. Going for a purse of $4,400. This is the Champ's Chicken and Genoa Mini Mart Trophy Race. Number 1 is Leading Star, owned by Jerry Mitchell of Westwood, Michigan, trained by Steve Novak, the driver David Lake. Number 2 is Kevin Airy, owned by Sandra Burnett of Wilmington, Ohio, and Chris Beaver of Radnor, Ohio, trained by Chris Beaver, the driver Clifton Bell. Number 3, I Am Too Cute, has been drawn. Number 4 is Count With Me, owned by Jay and Louise Weller of Republic, Ohio, trained and driven by Jay Weller. Number 5 is One Fancy Lady, owned by Rosie Weaver of Beach City, Ohio, Heartland Acres of Wahonding, Ohio, and Cabby D LLC of Hudson, Ohio, trained by Rosie Weaver and the driver Drew Neal. And number 6 is Tom's Big Dream, owned by Moses Flowers Jr., Jackson, Mississippi, trained and driven by Derek Flowers. Horses will take one.
Marvin Klein from Streetsboro, Ohio. Hello, Marvin. He's watching tonight. A good friend of mine from the Darke County Fair back in the day. Well, there you had the post parade for the second division of the Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series. No, excuse me, that's up next. This the 8th race, 3-year-old filly trotters, Leading Star, Camineri, I'm Too Cute, Count With Me, One Fancy Lady, and Tom's Big Dream. Most time favorite right now, the 2, Camineri, Clifton Bell for Chris Beaver. 2 in a row for Camineri. 60,000 lifetime. The 1, Leading Star, David Light for Steve Novak. $42,000 Ohio Select purchase as a yearling. 14,000 lifetime. 3, I'm Too Cute, Cody Greeno, Ed Greeno Jr. $7,500 Buckeye Classic as a yearling. 10,000 lifetime. The 4, Count With Me, Jay Weller. First career start. 5, One Fancy Lady, Drew Neal for Rosie Weaver. 3-year-old Bay Philip Belong, Tom. $17,000 Ohio Select purchase as a yearling. 40,000 lifetime. Mark of 58 is a 2-year-old at Northfield Park. The 6, Tom's Big Dream, Derek Flowers. 3-year-old Bay Philip Belong, Tom. 6 starts this season with 1/3, no starts last year for the 6. Tom's Big Dream, that was a $5,000 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale as a yearling. 3-year-old filly trotters, 3rd of 3 divisions, have completed their score. They're making their turn. Wings of the Rothmount starting gate open, and they have called him to the gate. Gates rolling. It is post time for the 8th.
First in the rail will be Leading Star. Out comes Camineri, Count With Me, One Fancy Lady, with Tom's Big Dream on the outside. There at the post, starting gate is rolling now. Here they come. They're off and trotting. The first horse away is Leading Star. In their second is Camineri. Moving up 3rd on the outside is One Fancy Lady. Trotting up 4th is Tom's Big Dream, and the last horse is Count With Me. As they make the turn now to head down the backside, the race over toward that quarter-mile mark. David Lake with the Leading Star shows on top by a length and a half. Trotting second is Camineri, driven by Clifton Bell. Racing in their 3rd, that's One Fancy Lady, driven by Drew Neal. 4th is Tom's Big Dream, driven by Derek Flowers. The last horse, Count With Me, driven by Jay Weller. First quarter trotted in 29 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time, that's Leading Star by a length and a half over Camineri. Close to 3rd now is One Fancy Lady. 4th is Tom's Big Dream. The last horse is Count With Me. As they race down toward the half-mile mark, that's David Lake and Leading Star bringing the horses down to the half. Sitting in the gold chair, second is Clifton Bell with Camineri. 3rd is One Fancy Lady. Tom's Big Dream is 4th. The last horse is Count With Me. First half trotted in 1:01. As they round the turn now to head down the backside, the race over to that 3/4 mile mark. On to catch is Leading Star, the horse pouring on the pressure on the outside. Second now is One Fancy Lady. At the rail 3rd is Camineri. 4th is Tom's Big Dream. Farther back 5th is Count With Me. But 4 well bunched. They race down the backside over to the 3/4 mile mark. On the rail lead is Leading Star. On the outside second, One Fancy Lady. Camineri is 3rd in the Lever Racing Room. Racing 4th is Tom's Big Dream. 3/4 trotted in 1:30 and 4/5 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That is still Leading Star with the lead. One Fancy Lady second now. Camineri moves up a close to 3rd as they race for home. That is still Leading Star with the lead. Charging up second now is Camineri. Back 3rd is One Fancy Lady. As they race for home, it's going to be Leading Star. And here the outcome. Camineri up for place. Up for show is One Fancy Lady. A mile in 2:01 and 2/5.
Back half, 59-3, 29, 101, 130 and 4. 201 and 2, Leading Star, David Lake for Steve Novak. Gerald Migel, 3-year-old bay, followed by What the Hill out of the Cincinnati Kid Mares, Cincinnati Star. A $42,000 yearling purchase. It shows here tonight. Leading Star. $15,000 lifetime coming into tonight's second of the season. A lifetime mark for Leading Star and David Lake, trainer Steve Novak. Cabaneri second. One Fancy Lady was third. Count With Me was fourth. Tom's Big Dream was fifth, and the 3, I'm Too Cute, finished sixth. So the favorites are getting beat tonight, but they're right there most of the time. 5-2, a $7 winner here will take the 8. Let's go to the winner's circle with Bill Peters.
From Westland, Michigan comes number 1, Leading Star, all by Jerry Migel, trained by Steve Novak, and driven to victory this evening by David Lake. Let's have a big hand here for Steve, Nicole, and Brian Novak, and David Lake, and Leading Star, the winner of race 8. For race 8 from the top. Number 1, Leading Star was a winner. Number 2, Caminari was second. Number 3, I'm Too Cute had been drawn. Number 4, Count With Me was fourth. Number 5, One Fancy Lady was third. And number 6, Tom's Big Dream was fifth. Time of the first quarter was 29 seconds. The half was in 1:01. The 3/4 in 1:30 and 4/5, with a mile in 2:01 and 2/5. From the top it should read 1-2 scratch 4-3-5. The mile in 2:01 and 2/5. A new lifetime mark on Leading Star.
Well, Matt, we got 8 down, 2 to go. 9th race coming up, Springhaven Farm Driving Series, 2nd Division, field of 4. We'll be back to the Ottawa County Fair in Oak Harbor right after these messages.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 65 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the County Fair, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for over $20 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Well, Doug Ballinger and Matt Clark, 2 to go. Got a mother and daughter going to square off here in this Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series, a field of 4. That first division went in 58-1, I believe, Matt. I'd like to wonder what the fastest time for the ladies' pace would be. 56, maybe? We really don't keep records of that, but they get right out of there. They smoke. Most likely this one will not go. Annie Oakley,
is that part of?
That's part of it. They
okay.
just call, yeah.
That's an awfully fast track down there.
Yeah.
At Greenville.
Got 11 of them tomorrow night here. Tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening they're at the Carrollton County Fair. 5 at noon, 7 in the evening. And Wednesday we are at Washington Courthouse. I am calling the races. The OHHA feed will be there, and you'll be at Bucyrus, Ohio. Nice track there. Mount Vernon goes this weekend, then Marysville, Tiffin, into Sydney and Painesville. So we're things are really heating up here for harness racing at the county fairs in the state of Ohio. As we mentioned earlier, Bill Peters, who is the announcer here, Bill has been here over 50 years. This might be his 52nd year of calling races here at the Ottawa County Fair. Bill's in his 65th year of calling harness races at county fairs throughout the state. Roger Houston also with 65 years of calling races at county fairs throughout the state of Ohio. We await the post parade. That'd probably be a lot of them sitting in their cars, probably, and right there on the banks of the Portage River. You say that the river comes right up along that barn over there, real close. Huh?
Yep. Right up next to the fairgrounds. It's
now, is that a harness horse barn there? Actually, are they racing out of that?
It is. Yep. And then there's 2 that are not. I guess walled in, for lack of a better word. There's plenty of space here for the 10 races, it looks like. Even the Rosie Weaver crew are racing out of stalls today. Normally they race out of a trailer. Saw J.D. Varnell posted that her pacer won up at Cleveland. It sounds like Pink Jam. He's a Rosie Weaver.
Was that a Buckeye Stallion?
I think, yeah.
The Buckeye Stallion
I think
there?
that's what I read.
Yeah, the Buckeye Stallion 2-year-olds went this weekend, and I believe the Sire Stakes 2-year-olds also maybe went at Scioto. One Friday, one Saturday, I think. I know the Buckeye Stallion Series 2-year-old Pacers won or raced Friday night at Scioto. 3 out, need 1 more for post parade. David Nolan checks in from Lansing, Michigan. Bill Enders from Tiffin. Angela Phillips says, yay, Buck Juice.
I did notice the pink gloves. There's a comment about Tyler Rush wearing pink gloves. I did notice that. I don't know what the story behind it is.
I don't know what that story is.
What's the pretty poster for race time? This is the second division of the Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series Pace. Going for $1,800. This is the Kaiser Sound of Fremont Trophy Race. Number 1 is PB's on Fire, owned by DTS Racing Stable LLC of Toledo. Trained by Karen Takasik, the driver Jennifer May. Number 2 is Chile, owned by Wasika Lauder of Taylor, Michigan. Trained by Ed Conrad, the driver Christina Johnson. Number 3 is Poof Daddy, owned by Krista and Riley Harmon of Jackson, Michigan, trained and driven by Krista Harmon. Number 4 is Executive Day Shan, owned by Summers Upcall from Toledo, Ohio, trained by Elizabeth Tolley, the driver Lauren Harmon. Horses will take 1 score and go to the gate. Mute your windows closing in 4 minutes.
Still not seeing the 5 horse out yet. I'll try and get a shot of it when it does come out.
Well, I believe you're going to be looking a long time because I
Oh.
believe there's only 4.
Well, there we go.
Should have let you keep looking.
Yeah, I am on the wrong page of the
Okay,
program.
that
How about
happens. That happens.
Long day in the sun, Doug.
Lebanon racing today with 17 races. I don't know. I know we're going to be taping that. It'll be a tape delay. They were in a rain delay at Lebanon earlier. We're back at it tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock post at 11. 2-year-old colt pacers, 2-year-old colt trotters. Colts go tomorrow night. 3-year-old pacers, 3-year-old colt trot. Gordon Whitty trot, signature series. Carrollton tomorrow, Carroll County Fair. Roger Houston will give you the call there. At noon, they have 5, and at 5 o'clock, this is Hometown at Colt Stake, they have 7. Washington Courthouse at 5 o'clock Wednesday, Saturday at 11 at Courthouse. Bucyrus, Wednesday the 17th, Thursday the 18th, both 6 o'clock post. That's Hometown at Colt Stake. Mount Vernon, Saturday the 20th, evening and afternoon 1 and 6, Hometown at Colt Stake. Marysville, Ohio Fair Racing Conference action on Sunday at 11, Monday at 11, each evening there. Sunday the 21st, you can watch Marysville in the afternoon, and at 6 in the evening. You can watch Tiffin, Marysville Monday morning at 11. Tiffin that evening at 6. Then it's into Paynesville on Tuesday the 23rd with a noon post. Shelby County Fair, Sydney, Ohio, Tuesday the 23rd at 5, Wednesday the 24th at 5, and that weekend it takes us into Piketon and Northfield. So a lot of action coming up here on the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association coverage this year as we await the Springhaven Farm Ladies driving pacers to make their turn and go to the gate. Jennifer Main, PB's on fire. Krista Johnson, Black Tilly. Puff Daddy, Krista Harmon. Daughter Lauren behind Executive Dash. Post time favorite at 1 to 5, the 4, Executive Dash and Lauren Harmon. See if it could be a mother-daughter exacta.
With Executive Dash in on the outside. There at the post. Starting gate is rolling now. There they come. Clear off and pacing the first horse away on the outside is Executive Dash in. Between horse the second is Poof Daddy. Out at the rail third, that is PB's on fire, and the last horse is Black Tilly. As they make the turn now to head down the backside to race over to that quarter-mile mark. Lauren Harmon is Executive Dash in on top by a length and a half. Racing in there second is Poof Daddy, driven by Krista Harmon. Moving along third is Black Tilly, driven by Christina Johnson. And the last horse is PB's on fire, driven by Jennifer May. Past that quarter-mile mark, that's still Executive Dash in with the lead. First quarter paced in 29 1/5 seconds. Executive Dash in by 1 length over Poof Daddy. Racing third, that is Black Tilly. The last horse, PB's on fire. Horses are on straight alignment as they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time. That's Lauren Harmon and Executive Dash in, bringing the horses down to the half. Sitting in the golden chair second, that's Krista Harmon with Poof Daddy. At the rail third, Black Tilly. The last horse, PB's on fire. Past that half-mile mark, that's still Executive Dash in with the lead. First half paced in 1 minute and 4/5 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over to that 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Executive Dash in. The closest horse second is Poof Daddy. Racing third is Black Tilly, and trailing is PB's on fire. Now out and on the move is Krista Harmon with Poof Daddy. But Executive Dash in answers the call and paces right on. That's Executive Dash in along the rail with the lead. Poof Daddy on the outside pouring on the pressure. That's the rail third, that's Black Tilly, and PB's on fire trails. 3/4 in 1:31 2/5 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That is Executive Dayshan along the rail lead. On the outside, second is Poof Daddy. And now racing 3 wide comes Black Chili. As they race toward home, that's Executive Dayshan, Poof Daddy, and Black Chili. But past the stand, it's going to be Executive Dayshan. Here's the outcome. Black Chili up for place. Third horse was Poof Daddy. A mile in 2 minutes and 4 fifths.
2 minutes, 4 fifths for the Executive Dayshan. Black Tilly about spoiled it.
Yeah, that
closing late.
Good race,
With
really.
every stride.
I thought there was a
Christina
two-horse.
Johnson, yes, she had a lot of pace midway around that last turn. 29 and 1, a minute 4 fifths, 31 and 2, home in 2 minutes and 4 fifths for Executive Dayshan. And Lauren Harmon, gate to wire, 10-year-old brown golded son of Whale Said. Out of the In the Pocket mare, Penscroft, third of the season. 43rd lifetime win for Executive Dash. 298,000 coming into this one. Black Tilly was second. Poof Daddy was third. PB's on Fire finished fourth.
The winner's circle, where the winners go. Coming in from Toledo, Ohio, comes number 4, Executive Dayshan. Owned by Summers Upcom, trained by Elizabeth Talley, and driven to victory this evening by Lauren Harmon. Let's have a big hand here for Summers Upcom, David Talley, Lauren Harmon, and Executive Dayshan. Things for race 9 from the top. Number 1, PB's on Fire was 4th. Number 2, Black Chili was 2nd. Number 3, Poof Daddy was 3rd. And number 4, Executive Dayshan was the winner. Time of the first quarter was 29 and 1 fifth. The half was in a minute and 4 fifths. The 3 quarters in 1:31 and 2 fifths, with a mile in 2 minutes and 4 fifths. From the top it should read 4, 2, 3, 1 on the bottom. The mile in 2 minutes and 4 fifths.
Well, Lauren Harmon takes the second division of the Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series with Executive Dash. 10th race is next. It's the 4-year-old and up Signature Series, a Portage River Pace for 2,600. Field of 6. We'll be back to take a look at these 6 Signature Series Pacers right after this.
Volstead, Coach K. Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K. Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC oil. It makes a world of difference.
Steve Carter's got a good 2-year-old filly called Pappy Grad. I know Jay Mossbarger of Washington Courthouse is partial owner of her. She won, I believe, just ran away and hid from him in her 2 sire stakes in Pennsylvania. Brett Miller drives. She raced yesterday, 2 weeks ago. I believe she was at the Meadows. 52 maybe in a piece yesterday, just ran away from him. So a very nice filly that Steve Carter has. And Pappy Grad. Got some Ohio connections there with Jay Mossbarger as owner. So we're on to the final, the Signature Series. Tomorrow night it's the Gordon Woody Trot. Gordon Woody, a longtime horseman here, I guess, in this area, right?
I really don't know. We always tried to
Woody Trot.
Yep, we always tried to race
Portage
something
River
there.
Pace. '66 County Fairs, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will cover this year. We're probably at 10, 11, or 12 already. Without looking at the book, I'm probably not too far off. We had Paulding, we had Circleville, Marion.
Ottawa was canceled. Well, yeah, the rain shut that one. But that,
yeah.
I mean,
There's
so
Paulding, Circleville, Ottawa, Marion, Hilliard, Wellston, Lebanon, here at Oak Harbor.
Wilmington,
Wilmington,
what's that
Bell
one by
Fountain.
Cleveland?
Yeah,
I can't
Wilmington,
think of.
Bell Fountain, and then it's the one that was up toward the Cleveland area.
It starts with a C, and I
yes.
cannot think of the name of it. Ever.
I'm going to look it up because I can't.
I've been there. I go.
Once I look at it, Croton. No, not Croton. Cortland,
Yes.
Trumbull County Fair. So about 11 or 12 fairs already. The summer will go quick. We'll end it we start at Paulding about June 10th and end about the 15th, 16th of October at Lancaster. And that's a fair you should go to. That is a gorgeous fair in late October.
It sure is. It was a beautiful day when I was there, too. I mean, it couldn't have been more perfect. I mean, it was a nice fall day. It was maybe 68, 70 degrees, but a lot of the leaves have changed color and stuff down there, and the sun was out, a little breeze.
They filmed the green grass of Wyoming there. They used to have the old grandstand in the far turn, around the far turn going to the backside, and some kids, I believe, set it on fire maybe 10 years ago, but they filmed the green grass of Wyoming, a harness race. And a guy from Saline, Ohio, he actually lived across the street from Lauren and Paul Combs, close to the fairground gate there, by the name of Harold Bowlby. He drove horses. I know he had a horse called Bo James when I would hang out at the fairground as a kid. He was a blacksmith. Harold Bowlby drove in that race, the green grass of Wyoming. It was probably filmed, they say, in the 50s. I know one year, 10, 12 years ago at Keeneland, one of their last days of the meet, they were setting up. I always get to Keeneland 2 or 3 times in the fall and spring both. And they was filming up to show Secretariat racing there. And you could sign up to be fans and that, and they had different things set up, stage for the film.
Also printing postword for race 10. This is the Portage River Pace, the 4-year-olds and up pace, the part of the Signature Series, going for a purse of $2,600. Number 1 is Famous James. He's a brown gelding, 6 years old, by Dewey That Again, out of Chica, Hanover, by Western Hanover, owned by Denmark, Naval, Florida, Fort Myers, Florida, trained by Karen Takasi, driven this evening by David Lake, lifetime earnings over $59,000, a lifetime mark 154 3/5. Number 2 is Doug's Jacks. He's a bay gelding, 8 years old, by Pet Rock, out of Intrinsic Value by the Ponderosa, owned by Doug Hartong of Adrian, Michigan, trained by Brian Boring, driven this evening by Greg Mason, lifetime earnings over $89,000, a lifetime mark 152 3/5. Number 3 is Plachette. She's a bay mare, 5 years old, by Wellstead, out of Didrikson, by Keystone Raider, owned by Thurl Hensley of Daleville, Indiana, trained by Barb Redder, driven this evening by Pierce Henry, lifetime earnings over $112,000, a lifetime mark 153 3/5. Number 4 is He's a Knockout. He's a bay gelding, 4 years old, by Western Thorn, out of Stylish Dapper by Memphis Flash, owned by Gary Wilmoth of Erie, Michigan, trained by Ed Conrad, driven this evening by Drew Neal. Lifetime earnings over $69,000, a lifetime mark 157 3/5. Number 5 is Catch Me Conrad. He's a big gelding, 8 years old by Tell It Like It Is, out of Envy by Mach 3. Owned and trained by Greg Cook of Brooklyn, Michigan. Driven this evening by Cameron Keena. Lifetime earnings over $338,000, a lifetime mark 150 4/5. Number 6 is Lions Friends. He's a big gelding, 7 years old by Western Ideal, out of Artistic Vision by Arts Place. Owned by Elizabeth and David Tolley of Mount Vernon, Ohio. Trained by Elizabeth Tolley. Driven this evening by Ryan Stahl. Lifetime earnings over $219,000. A lifetime mark 151 1/5. Those are your horses for the 2024 Portage River Pace.
Well, there you had the post parade. Post time favorite looks to be the 5. Catch Me Conrad, Greg Cook, currently at 2 to 5, 4 to 5. The 6 Lions Friends. So we're going to the 2 outside posts for our selections here. Famous Seamus, Doug's Jacks, Plachette. He's a knockout. Catch Me Conrad, Lions Friends. Catch Me Conrad coming in from Northfield Park. Gate to wire in 152 on the 7th of July.
I didn't have that driver change. It was listed as
I didn't
Greg
either,
Cook. It's,
yes.
Cameron Keena is going to drive. Tough racehorse there. Catch Me Conrad.
Yes,
He's a
yes.
good one.
Look across the way. The wings of the gate have opened. It's the Rothmount starting gate. They're rolling. Field of 6, Signature Series Pacers, the Portage River Pace. Rightly so, as they're lined up, and in the background you can see the lovely view of the Portage River. 10th and final of the Ottawa County Fair in Oak Harbor. Let's send it over to Bill Peters to give us the call.
Here they come. They're off and facing the first horse away on the outside is Lions Friends. Now taking over along the rail is Famous Seamus. Between horse and third is Doug's Jacks. Up on the outside fourth is Catch Me Conrad. Racing at the rail fifth, that is Plachette. And the last horse at this point is He's a Knockout. Making the turn now to head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Ryan Stahl has Lions Friends on top by 1 length. On the outside second is Catch Me Conrad, driven by Cameron Keena. At the rail third is Famous Seamus, driven by David Lake. Racing in there fourth, that's Doug's Jacks, driven by Greg Mason. First quarter paced in 27 4/5 seconds. And now Catch Me Conrad takes over by a length and a half over Lions Friends. Famous Seamus continues to pace in there third. Fourth, it is Doug's Jacks. Racing fifth, that's Plachette. And the last horse is He's a Knockout. Horses in straight alignment as we come to the half-mile mark. That's Cameron Keena and Catch Me Conrad breaking the horses to the half. Sitting in the golden chair second is Ryan Stahl with Lions Friends. First half paced in 57 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Catch Me Conrad. The closest horse second is Lions Friends. Racing third down the backside, that is Famous Seamus. Doug's Jacks racing fourth. Fifth is Plachette. The last horse is He's a Knockout. Going to that 3/4 mile mark. Now Catch Me Conrad opens up about 2.5 lengths on Lions Friends. Famous Seamus still third, and on the outside fourth, Doug's Jacks. 3/4 in 126 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's still Catch Me Conrad with the lead. Brian Stahl's getting real busy now with Lions Friends. It's Catch Me Conrad and Lions Friends. Catch Me Conrad and Lions Friends as they drive through the lane. That's Catch Me Conrad and Lions Friends. It's got to be Catch Me Conrad. And here they all come. Lions Friends up for place, up for show. He's a Knockout. A mile in 156 1/5.
56-1, track record 155-2. Tatler's Jet back in 2006, 27-4, 57, 126, 156-1. Catch Me Conrad. Cameron Keena picks up the drive for Greg Cook. 8-year-old Bay Go to Son, Tell It Like It Is, out of the Mach 3 mare. Envy, 6th win, coming off of that win of 152 at Northfield Park on July 8th. 2nd, the 6th, Lions Friends, Ryan Stahl. 3rd, the 4, He's a Knockout. 4th, the 1, Famous Seamus. 5th, the 2, Doug's Jacks. 6th, the 3, Plus Shet. Only had one driver double up tonight, and that was in races 1 and 2. Dan Vianier took the early double. Catch Me Conrad at 1-2. The fan's choice, the bettor's choice. As he makes his way back to the winner's circle, we'll go to Bill Peters for the winner's circle presentation.
And now moving down the track into the winner's circle where the winners go. Coming in from Brooklyn, Michigan, comes number 5, Catch Me Conrad. Owned and trained by Greg Cook and driven to victory this evening by Cameron Keena. And I believe that's Cameron's first winning drive. That's a big hand here for Greg Cook, Cameron Keena, and Catch Me Conrad, the winner of the 2024 Portage River Pace. Race 10 from the top. Number 1, Famous Seamus was 4th. Number 2, Doug's Jacks was 5th. Number 3, Plachette was 6th. Number 4, He's a Knockout was 3rd. Number 5, Catch Me Conrad was the winner. Number 6, Lions Friends was 2nd. Time of the first quarter was 27 4/5. The half was in 57 seconds. The 3/4 in 126 with a mile in 156 1/5. From the top it should read 4, 5, 6, 3, 1, 2, a mile in 156 1/5.
Well, Matt, that was a big first career win for Cameron Keena behind Catch Me Conrad, 56-1. That had to be a thrill for him. He returns $3, $2.10 and $2.40. Late double $4.80. Quinella $3. Exacta $4.80. Try $23.20. Well, we're back at it right here tomorrow night. Hope the rain will hold off. It was a gorgeous evening this evening, Matt.
Yeah, it sure was. I think I'm going to go get one of those steak burgers you mentioned earlier now. I was expecting to get done a little bit later than this, but we got through them pretty good for a little bit of a delay. The Horsemen really did a good job today getting these things out.
So the Ohio Harness Horseman broadcast is set to go, I believe, at 12 noon tomorrow at Carrollton, Ohio, the Carroll County Fair. 5 races, 7 races tomorrow evening. I believe it's a 5 o'clock post. We'll be on the air a little before 5. We're back at it here, Ohio Fair Racing Conference action. 11 big ones. The Cold School tomorrow night, the Gordon Woody Trot. Till tomorrow night, Doug Ballinger and Matt Clark. So long from the banks of the Portage River in Oak Harbor, Ohio.
This has been Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing has been presented by Midland Acres, thestable.ca, Dublin Valley Farms, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, and the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio County Fair Racing is a presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.